This game is a presentation of KBMW Sports.
Wahpeton Huskies football is on the air. Tonight's game is brought to you by Action Realty, Builders First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Hike Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Now, here's KBMW's Andrew Zimmel.
For Wahpeton football on the I3G Sports Network. I'm Andrew Zimmel. Glad you can join us as we get ready to get this one underway between the Wahpeton Huskies and Valley City Highliners. Our pregame show sponsors the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, a tradition of good taste and company. Later in the pregame show, we'll have our Optimum Rehab. We'll have our CHI St. Francis Medical Center injury report and our Otter Tail Power Company on for conservation power pole rankings, followed by our Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. Well, Wahpeton, they have struggled since their Week 1 win against Devil's Lake. Since then, they've lost 4 consecutive weeks in a row, twice by over 40 points. That was not on the Wahpeton coach's bingo card for this season. Against Jamestown last week, Traden Malk had another 100-yard rushing game while also scoring the lone Wahpeton touchdown on a grab. Bjorn Kubala has struggled. He threw 3 interceptions against Jamestown secondary last week. It was the first game this season they had multiple turnovers at the quarterback position. Huskies are going to have to buckle their chin straps for this one as Valley City enters tonight after a hard-fought game last week against a revamped Horace team. I think most of us thought Horace might be a pushover. Not the case this year. In year 2 of their program, they are looking really good. Tonight is also homecoming for the Wahpeton Huskies, and that might add a little something to the game. You know, playing on a homecoming night, we all have our different memories from our homecoming, maybe our junior or senior year, when you walked out with your parents potentially, when you were on the homecoming royalty court. Well, we already have the homecoming king and queen. It's Lee DeVries from the volleyball team, and McKay Picken, the starting center for the Wahpeton Huskies. He is your homecoming king this season. They had festivities all week leading up to this game. Now, I don't know, as we have our producer, Big Mike, in the press box with us, running the cameras and making sure we sound good. When I was in high school, what we did is we had it ramped up all week, and then we announced Homecoming King and Queen at halftime. Now, I understand why you wouldn't do that because it is an added distraction with the football players and the homecoming court and everything else. Normally what you do is you schedule your homecoming game, sometimes a cupcake, and you don't need some of those senior leadership going to the locker room and having to revamp the guys. I know a couple of our homecomings from where I'm from, it was not the case in the homecoming court. They got a little bit of a breather, I think, before having to go in that halftime conversation with the coach. For Valley City, they're 4-1 this year, and they look like the team that they did a year ago. They won a mud battle last year against Wahpeton in Valley City. And in that one, the Huskies just were out-physicaled by Valley City. For Wahpeton last year, they had a tough time stopping the run. Coming into this one, they've had a tough time stopping the run as well, allowing almost 300 yards on the ground against Jamestown and around 250 yards per game this season on the ground. That is not good for the Huskies. Well, we have our coin flip happening at midfield. Wahpeton won the toss and decided to receive in the southern end zone. So that is how we will start this one. Wahpeton likes to be on offense first. That is kind of the modus operandi when it comes to this Husky team. Anyway, point is they need to win the line of scrimmage if they want to play Valley City tight this evening. This is a team that a year ago was a run-dominant team. Talking to head coach Wade Gilbertson, this is a team now that is a little bit more comfortable throwing the ball around the yard. We'll see what that turns into. We'll take a quick break, come back with our interview with head coach Wade Gilbertson on the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine.
On the Wilkin pregame show, we have head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson. Coach, let's talk about homecoming week. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. We've had maybe our best week of practice, Andrew. Ain't gonna lie, I think that the kids have kind of refocused themselves. They've had fun with the homecoming stuff, and we've had, I think, 3, 4 of our best practices that we've had all year. So we're excited going into this one.
Let's talk about the growth to this point. We're at pretty much the halfway point of the season. Do you guys feel like you are where you thought you would be?
No, we're not, and that's okay. You know, sometimes football seasons, you let a game slip away here or there, but you just got to keep your head up and you got to keep battling. We obviously want to be 5-0 right now. We're coming into this game 1-4, but we always try to teach our kids, you know, that it's one day at a time, it's one rep at a time, and you know, we're going to go into this game with a mentality that we are 5-0. We're not gonna go into the game thinking that we're 1-4 and that we've got a chance to lose. So no, we didn't think that we would be here, but we're gonna fight and scratch and claw for every single yard we've got and every single game we've got left.
Trayden Malk has pretty much been able to get what he wants done these past couple weeks. He's scored a touchdown in, I think, every game to this point, Coach. Him being the focal point of the offense, how does he feel at this point?
Well, I tell you what, you've noticed and everybody else has noticed that Trey doesn't come off the field much. So we got to find ways to give him a little bit of a rest. And sometimes that happens in practice, where we've got to kind of make sure that we're watching his workload But we also know, and he knows too, and our other players know that he's extremely valuable to our football team on both sides of the football. And we got to have him on the field to make plays. Right now, I think that he probably would tell you, if you asked him, he feels as good now as he does day one. And we know that that's probably not true, but he's not gonna want to come out of the lineup. He's not gonna want to come off the field. He's gonna want the football, and he's gonna want to go out and play, and he's gonna want to go out and gain yards, make tackles for us. And to be frank with you, that's exactly what we need. We need Trey Mount to do that in order to have a chance to win. So I think he's feeling just fine, and we've kind of helped with his workload in practice a little bit.
There you go. So defensively, how does this unit look after a game like last week against Jamestown? Because I know some guys might get shell-shocked from that. How has your defense responded this week in practice?
Well, that's a good question. We've worked on a few new techniques. We've had a little bit of a film session. We talked about the kids, their confidence level and not letting it drop. I think that our guys on the defensive side of the ball are going to play hard. And with the things that we've tweaked and the things that we've changed, I think that it's brought a little bit of excitement to our defense as well. I really do. And we've done the same thing on the defensive side, making little tweaks here and there in practice. And you always got to kind of do that. You want to add a little bit of something or maybe take a little something away. Maybe do something that's a little bit creative to get the kids a little bit excited about it. And I think we've done that in practice this week. Not to let anything, out of the bag just yet, Andrew, as to what our surprises are going to be on offense or defense. But we kind of went back to the drawing board a little bit and installed a couple new things and took away some old things. And the kids really got excited about it. And the coaches, I thought, this week coached it up with urgency, and I thought that the players all accepted it with urgency, and I was really happy to see that. Like I said, I thought we had some really darn good practices this week, so really happy to see the kids accept some of the changes that we're making. So I think we're going to be ready on the defensive side of the football.
Head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson. Coach, let's talk some film study. What does Valley City look like?
Valley City has changed head coaches. They don't bring in a lot of new coaches, but they've changed head coaches. And so their philosophy has changed a little bit. And so their scheme is going to change a little bit. Offensively, you may not see them run the football 90% of the time. You may see them chuck it around a little bit this year. So they're not going to be running a Stone Age offense like they've run in the last number of years. Defensively, they're going to bring a four-man front, and they're going to have about 6 guys in the box, maybe even sometimes load the box up with 7 guys. So we're going to have to loosen them up on that defensive side of the ball, try to manipulate them to take a guy out of the box here or there by opening up our formations a little bit, possibly. So they'll bring a forefront at us. They'll bring a couple of linebackers at us. They're probably going to play a cover 3 in the back end on defense. And then on the offensive side of the football, they're going to chuck it a little bit, I think. They're not going to be as, ground and pound, as you might say, as they have in the past.
There you go. Head coach of the Wahpeton Huskies, Wade Gilbertson. Coach, thanks for talking to me.
Absolutely, Andrew. Thanks for having me, buddy.
More of the Wilkin pregame show coming up in a moment on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Welcome back to the Wilkin pregame show right here on the Voice of the Valley, KBMW, and the I3G Sports Network. That is where we will be broadcasting this evening on KBMW in Wahpeton and also on KOVC in Valley City. They'll join us for kickoff. Let's get into our Otter Tail Power Company On4 Conservation Power Pole rankings. We'll start with the Double A division, the one that Wahpeton and Valley City are in. So Fargo North, 18 first-place votes in the last media poll. Fargo South, number 2, with 1 first-place vote. Jamestown, the team that beat Wahpeton last week, they were voted 3rd. Grand Forks Red River voted 4th. And Dickinson, the only loss on the Valley City roster right now, is voted 5th. Valley City has consistently gotten votes to be in the top 5. I know some of the media members who vote in this thing. I have a sneaking suspicion I can tell you who keeps voting Valley City in the 5th spot. Now, granted, I lost to Dickinson. In my opinion, they were left off my media poll, but I will say they are one of the better teams in the state of North Dakota. 4-1 on the season. The 3A division, Fargo-Shanley, 19 first-place votes. Minot, 2 first-place votes. West Fargo-Cheyenne, 3 first-place, or 1, correction. Fargo-Shanley, 19 first-place votes. They're the number 1 spot. Minot, number 2 with 2 first-place votes. West Fargo-Cheyenne Mustangs, no first-place votes. They're 3. Bismarck High, 4. Mandan, number 5. So right now in the AAA division in the state of North Dakota, it has felt like it's the Mustangs to lose this season. Shanley has kind of turned into a dark horse candidate to win the whole thing, even though they're voted number 1 in the media polls. I would be curious to see if they can continue to keep this up as the season continues. Well, let's go into our CHI St. Francis Medical Center injury report. And right now for the Huskies, they've been able to play very clean football and very clean bill of health. You talk to head coach Wade Gilbertson, he'll tell you that no team is at 100% after the first day of practice in late summer, early fall. No team is at 100%. This team clearly not at 100% either. Guys like Jackson DeVries has missed time. Trade Malk playing both ways. He's beat up as well. And in fact, the conversation before this one was that Trade Malk might shift positions a little bit as the game goes on, moving from the outside linebacker position more to a cornerback role, whereas Wahpeton might be looking for a little bit more help on the outside. But the other option, too, is that when you're playing corner defensive back, you're not taking as many hits, whereas the linebacker position and you're playing running back, every play, especially with Malk, who's the coaching staff has told us, they're trying to get him multiple touches every game. We're talking upwards of 20, 30 touches a game. You don't want to put him in a spot where he potentially could take more abuse than he needs to. You move him to the outside, there's a chance that he takes less abuse on playing a corner or a safety role than he would as a linebacker. The question, though, is does Wahpeton have the roster build to put somebody else in that position for Malk? He's one of those guys that he's not afraid of contact, and he's really not afraid to get his nose in any play. He's cleaned up a lot of dirty plays, cleaned up a lot of dirty plates for this Wahpeton defense. He'll be that last guy to chop down a running back, or maybe that first guy to a wide receiver trying to break one free. He does a very good job at that linebacker position. Now, if you remove him and put him on the outsides, it'd be curious to see what that looks like. Now, as we're watching them warm up on KBMW News Live on YouTube, which is where you can watch the game as well, the starting offense is on the field, so we haven't seen Malk on the defensive side outside of a little bit of defensive practice before in the 55 minutes left in the pregame. Now 4 minutes away from kickoff, and the offense is working. Now, Wahpeton won the opening toss. They will receive in the south end zone. The last game that Wahpeton played here, they won the opening coin toss, and then were not able to really get anything going. And that has been a problem for this Husky team, not being able to get that opening drive going. They've only had one really good opening drive since the beginning of the season, as we saw the last play that the offense is warming up, thrown into the end zone and out of play. We're about 3 minutes away from kickoff from Wahpeton. We will take a quick break, come back with opening kick, and you know what? Let's go through your Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley starting lineups while we have a little bit of time. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and service while generating a positive return for their patrons. Up front for the Huskies, we'll start with the offense. McCade Pickin, the homecoming king, is playing center. At guard, Hunter Bolke and Chase Marsh. At tackles, Luke Anderson and Landon Ralph for your two tackles. At quarterback, junior Bjorn Kubala. Wide receivers, Jacob DeVries, J.D. Gomez, and Braden Steffens. At running back, it's going to be Traden Malk. And at tight end, Nick Langenwalter. For the Highliners, up front, Carter Borg, Kristen Buelter, Scott Rold, Dylan Hunt. Those are your defensive linemen up front. Will Schuler, Connor Schuler, Caden Amon are your linebacker core. Colton Gabriel, Carver Peterson, Ethan Miller, and Jonah Hardstand are your defensive backfield. Well, we're getting ready for the national anthem here in Wahpeton, so we'll take a quick break and come back with your kickoff here in a moment on the I3G Sports Network.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer. Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that Mom and Dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for Mom and Dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and health care, all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com. It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Hey, friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894. The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome to this broadcast on the I3G Sports Network. I'm Andrew Zimmel on KBMW. I want to thank our friends over on KOVC as well for joining us this evening as Wahpeton gets ready to have their homecoming game against the Valley City Highliners. We'll take a quick break for league ID and come back in a moment right here on the I3G Sports Network.
AM 1450, KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3, K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the Valley.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call. Well, Wahpeton won the opening coin toss and decided to receive in the south end zone. So we will start with the Valley City Highliner defense. Up front in the defensive line, Carter Bolg, the 6'1", 210-pound senior. Number 79, Christian Budler, the 6'4", to 283-pound senior. Scott Rohde, the 6'3", 250-pound junior, and Dylan Hunt, the 6'3", 220-pound junior. That is your defensive line for the Valley City Highliners. Linebacker core, Will Schuler, Carton Schuer, and Caden Amon are the linebacker core for this Valley City team. And in the defensive backfield, Colton Grable, Carter Peterson, Ethan Miller, and Jonah Harstand. Your player to watch in this one for Valley City is going to be Ethan Miller, playing both ways at a defensive back. He's a big 6', 180-pound senior. He is able to move around the defense in the secondary very well. We saw last week Bjorn Kubla having 3 interceptions against Jamestown. It's going to be very important to keep an eye on where he is on the field. The other defensive back in the safety position is Carver Peterson, the 6'3", 170-pound senior. Valley City comes out wearing their white jerseys, navy numbers, navy bottoms, navy tops. For Wahpeton, let's go through their starting lineup. Up front, number 74, McCade Pickin, the homecoming king. We love to see it when the big boys get some love. 5'11", 210-pound senior. At the guards, Hunter Bulkey, the 5'9", 165-pound sophomore. And on the other side, right guard, Chase Marsh, the 5'10", 175-pound junior. Right tackle is Landon Ralph. He's another guy you want to watch tonight. 6'1", 220-pound sophomore. He does a great job at the defensive end position as well for this Wahpeton defense. And Luke Anderson guarding Kubla's blind side, 6'1", 210-pound sophomore. At the most important position on the field, it's Bjorn Kubla, the 6'1", 140 junior quarterback who's done a very good job this year of executing the offense. The offense, however, though, has been sputtering, facing off against defenses that are queuing up this next guy. That would be 5'9", 150 junior Traden Malk. Malk has been Mr. Electric this year for the Wahpeton Huskies. Able to score a touchdown in every game that he has played this season. However, rushing last week, had 108 yards on the ground, but no score for the running back. Able to get his lone touchdown in the air. Wide receivers, Jacob DeVries, the 6', 160-pound junior. J.D. Gomez, the 5'10", 140-pound junior. And Braden Steffens, the player has really impressed through the first 5 weeks. 5'10", 150-pound sophomore Braden Steffens. He's been able to get out in space. Early in the season, he was able to get up high and get those 50-50 balls. He's somebody that plays basketball as well for the Wahpeton Husky basketball team. He's somebody that if you are going to try to pick on, it would be, or throw to, it would be him. Wahpeton wearing black jerseys, gold outline on black numbers, purple helmets, black bottoms. And I'll tell you, it is one of the more frustrating things for a broadcaster to try to call a game with the black on black look. So we'll see if we can keep track of everybody on the Wahpeton side this evening. Talking to head coach Wade Gilbertson before this game, he was telling me how important it is for Wahpeton to come out strong in this contest. You don't want to have a situation on homecoming night where you have a 4 and out. That's happened to them a handful of times throughout this season. I want to thank our friends over on KOVC as well for tuning in and listening as we get closer here to kickoff. Valley City lining up from their own 40, getting ready to kick this one off. Put 12 minutes on the clock. Back to return for the Huskies is Malk and DeVries hanging out at their own 10-yard line. Line drive kick, bounced off the 20, fielded near the 15. Malk up the left side. Makes one defender miss before being brought down by a host of Highliners. Wahpeton going to start with the ball on their own 30-yard line. Let's get this one ready to go. 11:54 left in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Starting from the near hash mark, Wahpeton coming out in their patented 3-receiver set. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Nick Langenwalter, the tight end for this Husky team, listed at 5'10", 175, the junior. Malk on the right side of Kubla out of shotgun. Takes a snap, handoff on the right side, and tackled immediately at the line of scrimmage. And we talked about this in the pregame, that Wahpeton was going to have to own that line of scrimmage if they want to have a chance here against Valley City. Owning the line of scrimmage, especially at this high school level, is imperative if you want to try to get a running game going. Wahpeton loses a yard. 2nd and 11 from the 30-yard line. 11:30 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the right, linebacker or tight end on the left side. DeVries motions back to the right side of the formation. Shotgun snap. Play action pass, rolling to his right, throws into the flats. DeVries pushed out of bounds. Pickup of maybe 3 yards. 11:05 left in the first quarter. 2-yard pickup, 3rd and 9 from the 33-yard line. From the far hash mark. 2 receivers on the left side of the formation, 1 to the right, driving towards that north end zone. Beautiful day here in Wahpeton, 66 degrees for kickoff. Kubla shotgun snap, takes it, 2-step drop back, pumps right or left, throws right, down the sideline, and it looked like it was intended to J.D. Gomez, falls incomplete. So 3 out for this Wahpeton offense as the punt team comes on. Traden Malk, the punter as well for this Husky team. Let's go through your starters for the Highliners. Playing quarterback is Bryson Heck, the 6'3", 170-pound junior. Wide receivers Ethan Miller and Derek Shape. Tight end Dylan Hunt. Running backs Carter Borg and Connor Schuler. And Malk going to run the fake punt, runs to the left side. He's going to try to get the end. He does, down to the 50, to the 45. And Traden Malk takes the fake punt up the left side. And talk about playing electric. That's Mr. Electric for you right there. We spoke too soon. 30-yard gain from Malk. 10:32 left in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the Highliner 42-yard line. from the near hash mark. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla out of shotgun, Malk to his right. Three-4 defense for the Highliners. Play action pass. Tries to get it to Steffens on the left side. Not play blown dead before it starts. Laundry on the field. And they're going to call a false start on Wahpeton. So I'm going to walk this one back. That's what you talk about. Try to get that momentum going. And instead cost you. 1st and 15 from the 47-yard line. 10:31 left in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game in this first quarter. Wahpeton driving on their first possession. Still on the Highliners side of the field. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla on the right side Malk on the right side of Kubla. Shotgun formation. Motions of Reeves from left to right, across. Takes a shot, gun snap, hands off to Malk on the left side. Trying to find room to run, gets into the outside and brought down for a small pickup. And Highliners did a great job of closing off the sideline, not giving Malk any room to run. A tackle by Dylan Hunt, the defensive lineman for the Highliners. 2nd and 12 from the 44. Clock stops at 10:23 on Malk getting pushed out of bounds. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Malk on the left side of the formation. Langewalter, the tight end, on the left side as well. Motions Langewalter from left to right. Kubla takes a shotgun snap. Looks right. Throws into the flats to Langewalter. Out to the 40. And wrapped up and tackled for a pickup of about 6 yards near the 35-yard line for the Huskies. And Christian Butler, again, the big defensive lineman, listed at 6'4", 285, disrupting that Wahpeton offensive line. 3rd and 6 from the 38-yard line. 9:55 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla out of shotgun, Malk to his left. The junior quarterback looks to the sidelines, takes the snap, 2-step drop back, looks left, pumps left, throws right, tries to get it to Gomez, broken up. Nice breakup by Ethan Miller. And there's going to be a penalty on the play. The crowd here in Wahpeton shouting, "You can't do that." The student section underneath us. 9:41 left in the first quarter. See what this penalty is. Pass interference on the defense. So Miller was playing good defense, maybe got a little bit too aggressive in the defensive backfield. So that's going to walk the Huskies down. A pickup, moving from the 38-yard line down to the 23. 9:41 left in the first quarter. Knocking on the Tide Machinery red zone. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left from the far hash mark. DeVries in the backfield with Kubla. Takes the shotgun snap. Gets it out and tackled almost immediately is Nick Langewalter. Correction, that was Trayton Malk running the Wildcat formation. Wahpeton likes to do that. They put Kubla out as a wide receiver, put Malk and DeVries in the backfield and try to get the ball out to a tight end. A loss of 1. 2nd and 11 from the 23, near hash mark. Kubla comes back out of shotgun. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. 5 Highliners on the line of scrimmage trying to disrupt this offensive line. They bring 5. Kubla rolls to his right side, looking into the end zone. Nobody to go with it. Throws it out on the sideline. Incomplete. Intended receiver. I believe that was Nick Langewalter again. 3rd and 10 from the 23-yard line. 8:56 left in the first quarter. 0-0 ball game. I want to thank our listeners all across the globe on KBMW News Live, including Mama Zimmel, listening in Texas. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2 to the right. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk on to his right side. Near hash mark, takes a snap, pumps left, looks right, pressure, throws in the end zone, and touchdown, Wahpeton! A 23-yard strike from Kubla to DeVries. Makes this a 6-0 ball game early in the first quarter. 8:49 left in the first. And the pressure was in Kubla's face. He was able to connect with DeVries on that seam route. He was the inside receiver on the right side.
Kicking the extra point for the Huskies is Marcos.
Marcos, the one-named kicker, the lefty, comes out, the foreign exchange student for Wahpeton. The kick is up and through the uprights. Makes this a 7-0 ball game early in the first. We'll take a 30-second break, come back with a Wahpeton kickoff in a moment on KBMW and KOVC on the I3G Sports Network.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Welcome back to Wahpeton on the I3G Sports Network. Wahpeton takes a 7-0 lead on the extra point from Marcos. 8:49 left in the first quarter. Back to return for the Highliners is Ethan Miller. And another name back there. We'll get it for you in a second. Malk's kick rolls down to the 30 and out of bounds. So it looked like that could have been an onside attempt that just might have got away from him as it rolls out near the 30. So penalty flags come out. 1st and 10 for Valley City. And, you know, we were talking about that offense for Valley City before Wahpeton ran a fake punt. That was what helped set up that, what was it, a 70-yard drive? Close to it, at least. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line for Valley City. Highliners breaking the huddle. Up front, got a couple of big boys. Scott Rohde, the 250-pound junior tackle, as well as Peyton Olson, 6'5", 250 senior. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation for Bryson Heck. Trying to get the offsides and does, so Wahpeton jumps there. Evan Docker, the linebacker, jumped off sides. Wahpeton's defense, Landon Ralph, Garrett Schwartz, and Luke Anderson up front. Linebacker core of Malk, Docker, Burchett, and Langenwalter. Wahpeton runs a 3-4 defense. 4 men on the line now. Heck out of shotgun. 1st and 5. Handoff up the middle. Going to be a first down for Caden Amon. Good run by Amon, listed at 5'8", 165, the bowling ball. So a 7-yard pickup is good. Highlighter still on their side of the field from the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Clock continues to tick. 8:40 left in the first quarter. Bryson Heck out of shotgun. The hard snap again gets Wahpeton. Wahpeton is pinning their ears back and trying to get in there and disrupt, but you can't jump over the ball, and that's exactly what's been happening. 1st and 5 from the 46. Want to apologize for my language in the press box. 8:26 left in the first quarter. 1st and 5 again for the Highlanders on the right Wahpeton side of the field. They're chopping it down. Penalties affecting this first drive for Wahpeton. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff to Amon again up the middle and finds room to run down to the 35. Caden Amon, he parted the seas, roll, bumble, stumble, gets down near the 35-yard line. Big run from the big man. 1st and 10 from the Wahpeton 32-yard line. 8:15 left in the first quarter. You got to feel like this running game for Valley City is going to break off something. Heck, the junior quarterback out of shotgun again. Amon to his left. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. And talking to head coach Wade Gilbertson, this is a Valley City team that a couple years ago, they wanted to run it down your throat. Now they feel a little bit more confident throwing the ball around the park. as the officials blow the play dead before it starts. No penalty flag, though. And they got to reset the play clock to 25 seconds. 1st and 10 from the 32, under 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. 25 seconds on the play clock as it continues to chop down. I think those Valley City players were like, hey, I think we have a little bit more time on this clock. 15 on the play clock. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Amon on the left side of Beck. Motions Miller across the formation. Handoff to Miller on the jet sweep. Goes to the left side. Able to get pinned off down near the 30-yard line across it for the highliner. Miller was trying to find some some blockers in front of him to open something up, but the Wahpeton defensive back was able to kind of seal that outside. And that's what you teach your defensive backs. Not only are you having to play in coverage if you're Wahpeton, but you also have to have guys that can fight off the block. So from the far hash mark, 2nd and 7 from the 29-yard line, 7:43 left on the clock. Heck, shotgun snap. 3 receivers to the right. Nobody to the left side of the formation. Takes a snap. Handoff, or fakes the handoff, looks right. Gets it into space. And good tackle by the Huskies. A strike to Derek Shape. And that's going to get him across the 20-yard line for a first down in the Tide Machinery red zone. 7:34 left in the first quarter. 7-0 ball game in favor of the Huskies on their homecoming night. Valley City driving into the south end zone. Heck out of shotgun. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Wahpeton puts 4 on the line. High snap, handoff to Amon again up the middle. Rolls down for a pickup of, again, near 7 yards. And 7 yards in a cloud of dust is not what this Wahpeton defense can allow in a homecoming game where Valley City getting a little bit of momentum here, trying to tie it back up. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. I will say this, though, when both sides decide to run the ball as well as Valley City and Wahpeton does, it does eat up the clock very quickly. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Hack out of shotgun. Amon to his right. Wahpeton again, going to try to get pressure. Brings 6. Heck, 2-step drop back. Throws across the middle and broken up in the end zone. Heck's pass intended for Miller. I think Braden Steffens was there on the pass breakup. And every single week when we talk about Braden Steffens, he is growing as a defensive player. Offensively, he's maybe a little bit lower on the chart when it comes to who Kubla is targeting. But defensively, he has done a great job this season, every week getting better. 3rd and 3 from the 12-yard line. Clock stopped at 6:36. Play clock at 10. Heck out of shotgun. Hands it to Amon up the middle. And met at the line of scrimmage. Going to be close as he continues to chug his feet. A wave of black jerseys take him down. So now what do you do if you're Valley City? Going to be 4th and short here in the red zone. Clock at 6:20 in the first quarter. It depends on what your kicking situation looks like. If you're North or Red River, who has a kicker that you trust, maybe you brought him out here. But for Valley City, it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field. 4th and 3 from the 12-yard line. 6:05 left in the first quarter. 7-0 ball game. Wahpeton in the lead on their homecoming night. So big play here, and timeout taken. Valley City takes a timeout. We'll take one with them. You're listening to the I3G Sports Network. 30 seconds.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on KBMW and also on KOVC in Valley City. Want to thank you guys so much for listening all across the I3G Sports Network, as well as on KBMW News Live on YouTube. Make sure you go over there and hit the subscribe button and the little bell so you never miss another game. Got you covered there. So after a quick timeout, Valley City comes back on the field. A big 4th and 3 situation here. Driving on their first possession of the game into that Wahpeton end zone. They're in the red zone on the 12-yard line. They wanted to see what Wahpeton was going to come out with. So again, Huskies, big play here early in this game. Heck, hard count, comes to the line, steps back into shotgun. Takes the high snap, looks left, throws into the flats. Ooh, going to be close as he continues to chug his feet. Wahpeton pushes it out of bounds, going to be close to the first down. Wahpeton coaching staff pointing back to the north end zone, saying they got it. And that completion just going to be a toenail short. Wow. 4th and 3. You pick up about 2.5 yards. And that's a big stop there for Wahpeton. Well, now they got to go a long way, starting at their own 10-yard line. It was a sea of Huskies on that stop. So Kubla getting the play call from the sideline. And Wahpeton this season not great in their own red zone. They like to be kind of further out. That's where most of their offense comes from. Kubla out of shotgun, Malk to his left. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right from the far hash mark. 10 on the play clock. Motions DeVries across. Snap, flips it over to Malk on the left side, looking for room to run. Cuts it back up the middle of the field to the 30. Brought down near the 35-yard line, and Trayden Malk, a blink of an eye, he will be able to switch directions on you. I had a coach tell me one time what you got to do is you got to target the belly button because the hips never lie. Shakira, hips don't lie. Trayden Malk able to use his misdirection, slide in between 2 defenders, pick up about 19 yards. 5:30 left in the first quarter, 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Wahpeton driving. 2 receivers to the left, nobody on the right side of the formation. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk to his right, takes a snap, hands it off up the middle, and met immediately by the Highliners is Trayden Malk. So the running game giveth and the running game taketh away. 2nd and long coming up for the Huskies. 5:05 left in the first quarter. 7-0 ball game. Wahpeton leads on their homecoming night. You're listening to the I3G Sports Network and KOVC and KBMW in Wahpeton. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk to his right. Takes the low snap, rolls to his left side, looking deep. Trying to make something happen and pulled out of bounds. Big tackle by the defense. Another big play by Carter Borg. The defensive end listed 6'1", 210. The senior making a senior play, smart play, a loss of about 5. 3rd and 15 from the 24-yard line. Wahpeton on their side of the field. 4:15 left in the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Kubla out of shotgun. Motions Langewalter from left to right across the formation, the tight end. Out of the shotgun. Pumps right, throws across the middle, and in and out of the hands of Braden Steffens. Not able to go up and get that one. Again, good defense in that defense by Hartstead. So 4th and 15, the punt game comes back on. Now, last time we talked about this punting team for Wahpeton, we were going through the Valley City starters, and Trayden Malk sneaked one by us. A pickup of nearly 30 yards on the fake punt. I imagine here Valley City going to do a better job of covering. Derek Schaaf back to receive for Valley City. And a rugby-style punt from Malk. Punt lands at the 40, spins near the 30-yard line. And that is where it's going to stop as Wahpeton jumps on top of it. J.D. Gomez downs it, 30-yard line. So Trayden Malk able to essentially flip the field from the Husky 24 now over to the Valley City 30. 3:44 left in this first quarter. Wahpeton leads 7-0. Last possession for the Highliners. They drove all the way into the Wahpeton red zone, not able to convert on a 4th and 3. And that is a tough one for Valley City. Well, now you got to go 70 yards to try to tie this one back up. And the way that the offenses have been running, they've been chewing up a ton of clock. 3:44 left in the first quarter. This could be the last possession of the first quarter. And high snap over the head of Welk. Heck jumps on top of it near the 10-yard line. So, wow. Bryson Heck. I don't know if he was trying to get the hard snap or what happened there. The ball went over the head of the quarterback. So 2nd and 30 coming up for Valley City. 3:19 left in the first quarter. Well, a tough task just became a lot tougher. 2nd and 30. And this is where, if you're a offensive lineman, you got to get your assignment, because a safety here would be very difficult. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. High snap to Heck, handoff to Amon. And again, he's met in the backfield. Wow, a tackle by the Wahpeton Husky defensive line. So Amon did a good job on that first offensive possession, running in between the guards. What we like to do there is have the center either block down on the nose tackle or the defensive lineman, open up some room there in the A-gap, B-gap. And Amon had room to run. That time they tried to run an outside, and that just ate up by Landon Ralph on that far side of the field. 2nd and 30, 3rd and 26 from the 14-yard line. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Heck out of shotgun. Wahpeton showing blitz, brings 4. Shotgun snap, throws it deep. This is a high ball into double coverage. And is it intercepted? Or it was. Wahpeton comes down with the interception on the far side. That ball stayed in the air forever. I believe it might have been J.D. Gomez. Braden Steffens on the far side. That's what I thought at first. Braden Steffens on the far side of the field, able to pick off Heck. Wahpeton starts with the ball on their own 47-yard line. No return yards there. But I tell you, that ball just kept going up, going up, going up. Got caught in the lights here in Wahpeton, and I thought for sure that is the definition of a 50-50 ball if I've ever seen one. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right from the far hash mark. 2:10 left in the first quarter. Klubla motions wide receiver across. Handoff up the middle to Malk, met at the line of scrimmage by white jerseys, the Highliners. Another tackle for loss for Malk. And that is one of those things that as a head coach you kind of just have to live with Trade Malk, right? He's going to be the type of guy that you got to keep giving him touches because a lot of averages say he's going to break one open. But you also have a guy that's 130 pounds soaking wet running in between these big dudes, 250 pounds, over 100 pounds more than him. 140 left in the first quarter. 2 running backs in the backfield. I believe that's DeVries and Malk. Kubla out of shotgun, takes a snap, runs the RPO, throws it, and out of the hands of Jackson DeVries. The RPO action not there tonight for Wahpeton early. 3rd and 13, clock stops at 1:30 on the incomplete pass. 7-0 ball game in favor of the homecoming Huskies. Hunter McCall, the offensive coach for Wahpeton, on the sideline giving the directions. I always appreciate that he tapes his fingers with the white athletic tape. I can pick up the signs from the press box. 3rd and 13, 1:30 left. Shotgun snap to Kubla, takes the snap, throws it, and broken up as J.D. Gomez picks it up off the turf. So again, a 4th and 13. And the punt team comes back on. Well, you get an interception off a great defensive play from Braden Steffens. Not able to do anything with that there. Those are 2 empty possessions for Wahpeton back-to-back. Derek Shape back to return, hanging out near his own 20-yard line. Malk punting the ball away for Wahpeton. High snap, fakes the run, punts it back, and that's going to get a nice rugby-style punt out down near the 10-yard line. Trade Malk gets that ball, fakes running to the right side, gets it off at the last second to give Wahpeton's defense a chance to get down there and down the ball. So again, 1st and 10, Valley City starting on their own doormat at their own 11-yard line. 1:14 left. And last time, the Highlighters went for the 100% or the knockout punch. You get a play like that down the sideline over Wahpeton, you're talking about potentially a 90-yard completion on a catch and run if he can beat his defensive back. This outing, I imagine they're going to be a little bit more conservative. 1st and 10 from the 11. 2 receivers on one receiver on the left side of the formation. Hand off to the left side. Finds room to run. met by the linebacker core. Ball on the ground. Wahpeton jumps on top of it. A black jersey jumped on top of that ball. We'll see if the officials give it back to the Huskies. Wahpeton up, saying they got it. The Zebras collecting, and yes, Wahpeton jumps on top of that fumble. And talk about another turn of events. So Wahpeton now starting again on the doormat of Valley City. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line, just outside of the Titan Machinery red zone. 2 turnovers back-to-back for Valley City, and that could be costly here, going down 2 scores potentially to this Wahpeton team playing on their homecoming night. You got to feel the energy. The juices are flowing. The fans are cheering. The kids are out. This is a great night for some football in North Dakota. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Kubla out of shotgun. DeVries in the backfield with a 2-step drop back. Throws across the middle, and ball bounces off the turf. Not entirely sure who the intended receiver was there. It might have been J.D. Gomez as the closest receiver to the ball. Rain came down earlier today, but the turf was relatively dry. Talking to the head coaches for both teams before this one, they felt very confident that the turf here at NDSCS was good to play. 2nd and 10 from the 22-yard line. 55 seconds left in the first quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snap to Kubla. Looks left, throws, and in and out of the hands of a Highliner defender. Connor Soar able to deflect that pass. So again, Wahpeton, ball handed to him, not able to do much with it. They are in 4-down territory now, I imagine. I don't know how much they trust the kicking game here from 22 yards out. 2 receivers from either side of the formation. 3rd and 10. Kubla looks to the sideline. McCall giving the play call. 8 seconds on the play clock. Kubla on the left side of the formation, or left side of Kubla. Malcolm left side of Kubla now. 2-step drop back, and play blown dead as Wahpeton going to take a timeout. We'll take one with them. 30 seconds here on the i3G Sports Network. 7-0 ball game, 48 seconds left in the first quarter.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back. Andrew Zill on the call with you. 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Wahpeton on the Valley City side of the field. 3rd and 10 from the 22-yard line after 2 incomplete passes from Bjorn Kubala. Right now, in the second quarter, Breckenridge and Parker's Prairie tied at 0. You can watch that game on the KBMW News Live YouTube channel as well. The miracles of media. Get 2 games going at the same time. I want to thank our fans over on KOVC as well on the i3G Sports Network tuning in. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk to his left. Malk to Kubla's right. Langenwalter splits out on the far side. Shotgun snap. Kubla, 2-step drop back. Throws across, and ooh, that's going to be intercepted. Do they call it in the end zone or not? Yes. Kubla looked for Jackson DeVries, or Jake DeVries again. So taking possession at the 5. Wow. So Wahpeton able to force a turnover on back-to-back possessions of Valley City and then gives the ball right back over. That's the 4th interception that Kubla has thrown in the last 2 games. 1st and 10 from the 5. 3 receivers to the left. Nobody on the right side of the formation. Heck talking to his running back. Motions him on the left side. Shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Wahpeton. And down near the 5-yard line, a handoff by Amon. Nowhere to go with it. So the clock continues to tick. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 5-yard line. And if I was Valley City, I think I might just walk this one out as the play clock and game clock differential here is about 5 seconds. 3 receivers to the left. Amon on the left side of Heck. 5 on the game clock. Shotgun snap. Play action pass. Looks left. Throws again. High. And this one, again, wrapped up by a Husky. We'll see if they call him down. And, completion out to number 22. That's Connor Soar. So that's going to move the chains. A first down when we start the second quarter from the Valley City 25-yard line. We'll be back with more in a moment on the I3G Sports Network. 1 minute break coming up.
And that's the end of the quarter with your score, Wahpeton Huskies 7.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you as we flip sides of the field. 12 minutes left here in the first quarter as we get ready to start this second. There's 12 minutes left in the half as we get ready to start the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the Valley City 25-yard line, driving towards that north end zone now. Valley City on the near hash mark. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Hack out a shotgun, running back to his left side. Takes a snap, hand off to Amon on the left. Trying to find somewhere to go with it as he continues to chop his feet. Going to be drag the Wahpeton defense with him now near the 35-yard line. Carrying about 10 runners with him. Carter Borg, is the running back.
About a 9-yard gain for Borg. Brought down by most of the Husky line and linebacker corps.
2nd and 1 from the 34. 11:30 left in the second quarter. Two receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Hack out a shotgun. Motions a receiver across. Hand off up the middle again. Going to be first down and more as the running back almost able to break another run out to the 45-yard line. Again, that's Borg on the carry. And again, carrying the Wahpeton defense with him. Clock continues to tick. 11:11 left in the first half. From the 45-yard line of Valley City. Wahpeton coming out of the quarter break, getting gashed by the Valley City running back. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Hack out a shotgun. Running back on the left side. Takes the snap. Hand off to Borg. On the right, brought down near the 48-yard line. A pickup of near 3 yards. And that is what Valley City is going to do, I feel, is just continue 3 yards in the cloud of dust, especially with Wahpeton. They hand-delivered 2 turnovers to him, not able to do with anything with them in the first quarter. An interception by Heck on the far sideline, and then a turnover on the next possession on a fumble. Bryson Hack motions a receiver from right to left. Fakes a jet sweep, rolls to his right side, looks, throws. Broken up by J.D. Gomez on the far side. Intended receiver. Intended receiver was Sharp on the far side. 3rd and 7. Shape, 10:03 left on the incomplete pass. From the 48-yard line, Valley City side of the field, Wahpeton. The defense has shown up tonight, played very well. Shotgun snap to Heck. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Running back in the backfield with him. Takes a snap. Able to jump over one defender, but not able to jump over the entire linebacker core that saw that one coming. Borg had nowhere to go with it when he left the ground. Able to get over the diving defensive lineman, but a pickup of around 3 yards. Nick Langewalter in on the tackle, the linebacker for the Huskies. 9:40 left in the first half. 4th and 5 from the 50. Valley City looks to go for it here. And Heck going to punt this one away. Ended over end punt down near the 5-yard line, and they're going to call it into the end zone. So a good punt by Heck, just rolls a little bit too far for the Valley City defense to get on top of. So starting off from their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10, 9:18 left in this first half. Wahpeton leads 7-0 on the I3G Sports Network and on your Carlson Family Insurance score. I want to remind you to watch on KBMW News Live as well. We got you covered over there. You can also watch the Breckenridge Parker's Prairie game. Breckenridge just fell behind 6-0 in that one. Our guy Turner Bloff's on the call over there. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. DeVries motions from right to left across the formation. Kubla out of shotgun, takes the snap, flips it over to Malk. Looking for room to run on the right side to the 20. Out near the 23-yard line, pushed into his sideline. And Trayden Malk, got to admire the way that he runs. The 5'10", 150-pound junior, he was able to get dogpiled on by 2 highliners in the sideline. And that's what the coaching staff does not want to see from their running back. You want to try to get this guy as many touches as possible. You have to teach him to maybe run away from contact a little bit on the sidelines, but that's not in his nature. Clock stops at 9:12, 2nd and 7 from the 23-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. From the near hash mark, Kubla out of shotgun. Takes the snap, throws across the middle, and incomplete pass to Jackson DeVries, or to Braden Steffens on the slant. And that play was to Steffens. It was in his hands. He wasn't able to take it down to the ground with him. And we noticed in the pregame show as they were warming up that Kubla was throwing good strikes to these receivers, and for whatever reason they were having a tough time hanging on to him. We saw that play in the pregame, and he is throwing fastball on these slants. 9:05 left in the first half. 3rd and 7 from the 23-yard line. Empty backfield. Kubla takes a shotgun snap. Forced to his right. Throws. And again, looks like that was an intended receiver. J.D. Gomez. Almost looked like a naked bootleg. He took the snap, rolled to his left side, but the offensive line porous as the highliners in the lap of Bjorn Kubla. So the junior quarterback takes a seat on the bench on the sideline as Trayden Malk gets ready to punt it again. Wahpeton scored on their first possession since then. 2 punts and a turnover. End overhead punt from Malk. By Shape, fields it at his own 35. Able to make 2 defenders miss. Out to the 50, on the 45, to the 40, up the sideline, to the 30. And good play. Fake left, went right. Wahpeton wasn't there to recover. Big return, and he brings this one out near the 31-yard line. So Valley City, a little bit of juice in the old battery. 8:45 left in the first half. 7-0 lead for Wahpeton on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. I want to thank you guys for listening on the I3G Sports Network as well, and KVOVC in Valley City and KBMW in Wahpeton. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right from the far hash mark. And a timeout taken by Valley City. We'll take one with them. You're listening to I3G Sports Network on KBMW and KOVC. 30-second break.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on KOVC in Valley City and KBMW in Wahpeton. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line after an excellent punt return by Sept. 8:45 left in the first half. Wahpeton scores on their first possession in the first quarter. Since then, neither team able to get into the end zone. So Wahpeton defense comes on the field. Valley City, one timeout left in this first half. Want to thank our listeners across the network, including in Texas, where Mama Zimmel is listening. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 1st and 10. Play action pass handed off to the running back up to the 20-yard line. A good run by Caden Amin.
He is up near that first down marker, not quite.
So they're going to call it 2nd and 1 near the
Gain of 8, 2nd down and 2 for the high line.
2nd and 2 from the 23-yard line, knocking on the tight machinery red zone. 8:12 left in the first half. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Heck out of shotgun. Takes the snap. Hand off to the left side. Brought down and going to be over the first down marker. Amin, a pickup of about 4 on the 2-yard, or the needing 2. Oh, Omar Martinez on the tackle. Got to give him some love. The Mighty Mouse of this defense, listed at about 5'0". He is the type of guy that will put his nose in any play. Clock continues to tick. 7:40 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line inside the tight machinery red zone. Driving into the north end zone. Breeze completely still here in Wahpeton. 63 degrees and fair. 3 receivers to the left. Nobody to the right side of the formation. Shotgun snap. Handoff up the middle. Met at the line of scrimmage by a sea of black and purple jerseys. Big hit on Amin.
Huskies, but he just keeps fighting for yardage. Finally brought down by the Huskies, straight out. Down to the 17.
So Malk on the tackle. 2-yard pickup. 7 minutes left in the second quarter from the 17-yard line. Wahpeton defense, the definition of bend, don't break this season. They've done a good job in the red zone so far through 5 weeks. They got the opening kickoff. Were able to take it down the field and score. So they kick off to start the second half. 6:40 left in the second quarter. Wide receiver motion across the formation. And going to be a flag on the play. Play blown dead before it starts. And delay of game as the play clock goes down to 0. So after a pickup of about 2 yards, they're going to walk him back another 5. So 2nd and 13 from the 22-yard line, back outside of the red zone. Clock stops at 6:34.
5-yard penalty, 2nd down and 13. Ball spotted on the Husky 22.
Wahpeton defense sets up. Heck out of shotgun, takes a snap, looks left, throws a strike at the kneecaps of Connor Soar, and ball goes out of play. Heck, wind up and threw that one like a hot potato, man. That was a bullet. Call him the rocket arm, man. And sometimes you got to take a little bit off the ball, especially on those plays out in the flat. You want to give your receiver a little bit of time to accept the ball, anticipate it. That one shotgunned at the knees. 3rd and 13 from the 22-yard line on the Wahpeton side of the field, driving into that north end zone. 6:30 left in the first half. Shotgun snap. Heck throws the dump-off pass out to Amin and going to be tackled again short of the first down marker. A nice screenplay trying to get it to Ahmed. And I'll tell you, the screen pass only works when the defense doesn't sniff it out. They had enough guys. The defensive line was able to get to the quarterback, so put Heck under a little bit of pressure. And a tackle by the linebacker core. Marsh going to get credited on the tackle as well. And we're lining up for a field goal as the Highliners trying to get on the field here. Heck attempting a 35-yard field goal. Clock continues to tick, under 6 minutes left in the first half. Wahpeton fans cheering from the south end zone, and the snap fumbled and out. Heck jumps on top of it at the 35-yard line. So an ugly game from both sides as the snap gets away from the holder, goes out to the 35-yard line. Wahpeton takes over on downs. Clock stops at 4:47 as teams switch sides. And that one going to hurt. Attempting a 35-yard field goal, though, that's a lot of trust you have in a high school kicker. There's not a lot of kickers in North Dakota that a coach would say, all right, here's the keys, drive the car. Got to feel confident there. Two receivers to the left, one to the right from the far hash mark. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk to his left, takes a shotgun snap. Flips it over to Malk on the left side. Breaks one tackle. Breaks another tackle. Out to the 40. To the 50. To the 40. To the 30. Up the sideline. To the 10. Touchdown. Traden Malk. A 74-yard touchdown run from Traden Malk. Makes this a 13-0 ball game. And laundry on the field. Oh, Mr. Electric. Did they take the juice out of the battery? Holding on the Wahpeton offensive line. Oh, brother. So walk this one back. Best run of the night for either side, and Malk going to have to take that one off the highlight film. 74-yard run negated by a hold. .534 left, and it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 24-yard line. And that one hurts. 5:34 left as McCall giving the call from the sideline. Wade Gilbertson not happy with that call either, as giving the official nearest to him a little bit of an earful. We take a timeout. We'll take one with them. 5:34 left in the first half. 7-0 ball game in favor of the homecoming Huskies on the I3G Sports Network.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the I3G Sports Network. I want to thank our fans over in KOVC on Valley City's radio station, as well as fans listening home on KBMW. Well, Wahpeton leads on homecoming night 7-0 with 5:34 left. An electric run by Mr. Electric Traden Malk is negated by a holding penalty, which makes it 1st and 20 from the Husky 24-yard line. So we walk this one all the way back. Timeout taken by Wahpeton. One remaining for either side here in this first half. Valley City going to take the opening kick to start things. Or I should say the second half kick. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Kubla out of shotgun, or Malk out of shotgun. Fakes the handoff, runs up the middle, and going to be pickup of maybe a handful of yards as Bjorn Kubla takes the keeper. So this is what I was saying when I said at the beginning that the Wahpeton team decided to wear black on black tonight. Not a great call. Kubla took the shotgun snap, faked the handoff to Malk, and then ran it up the gut himself. 4-yard pickup, 5:03 left in the first half. 2nd and 16 from the 28. DeVries motion from left to right. Far hash mark. Shotgun snap, flips it over to Malk on the right side. Makes one defender miss, and then brought down by another. trying to do the two-step in the backfield. Too much east-west, not enough north-south by the junior running back for the Huskies. 4:40 left in the first half as Borg was on the tackle for the Highliners. 3rd and 16 from the 28-yard line. McCall giving the calls from the sideline. Near hash mark. Braden Steffens goes out on an island by himself on the far side. 3 receivers to the near side. Kubel out of shotgun. Malk to his left. A lot of room to gain here. DeVries fakes the handoff. Kubel throws it out in the flats and again almost picked off. Connor Soar, another near interception for the linebacker. 4th and 16. 4:07 left in the first half. Wahpeton again comes out to punt. So after that initial drive by Wahpeton, empty possession after empty possession, racking up here for this Husky offense that in the preseason we talked about being one of the more exciting in the conference. Since then, it's been rough. High snap to Malk, gets the punt away, end over end punt, fielded by Shape, and tackled immediately by a Wahpeton Husky. Jacob DeVries all over that one. Sniffed it out, or Jackson DeVries, a correction. Sniffed that one out, tackled him down out near the 35-yard line. A gain or a return of about maybe a yard, if that. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Well, I should mention, we talked about both these teams chewing up clock, and since then, not the case at all. Both teams 3 and outs. 7-0 ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Wahpeton in the lead on their homecoming night. 2 receivers to either side of one receiver to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Heck out of shotgun. Takes the snap. Throws another screen pass and almost broken up, or almost intercepted, broken up by a Wahpeton defensive lineman. Landon Ralph broke that one up. And I'll tell you, there brings no joy to a young man's heart as a big man trying to intercept a pass. I'll tell you, the screen passes, they're either one of the more boring plays if you're an offensive fan. If you're a defensive fan, a screen pass can lead to a big boy touchdown, something we all come to the field to see. 2nd and 10. Snap, handoff up the middle, and brought down short of the first down marker. Borg with the run up the middle, the senior back. 3:40 left in the first half. 3rd and 4 from the 30 or the 42-yard line. Highliners come to the line. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Borg in the backfield with the quarterback. Heck takes the snap. Wahpeton brings 5. Borg fights for the down. Going to be short. And Wahpeton pointing towards the south sideline, saying they got a turnover. And they whistled him down before he fumbled it. So 4th and short coming up. 30 minutes left. Anderson and Ralph on the tackle. Now, I'm curious here if you do go for it or if you don't, if you're Valley City. I personally would try to go for it here with 2:50 left. Wahpeton's offense hasn't looked great. Heck shows punt and punts it straight up in the air and out of bounds near the 35-yard line. So we're going to take a legal ID break here in a moment as teams switch sides. And legal ID on the I3G Sports Network.
AM 1450, KDMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3, K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the Valley.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you. 2:35 left in the first half. Wahpeton comes out. 1st and 10 from their own 27. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, near the far hash mark. Langewalter, the tight end, motions into the slot position. Kubla throws a screen pass to Malk. Tries to make some room. Gets out to the line of scrimmage. Pickup of maybe 3 yards on the screen. 2:25 left in the first half. 2nd and 7 from the 27. Clock continues to tick here. 25 on the play clock. 2:05 left on the game clock. Jackson DeVries and Malk in the backfield with Kubla. Motions Langewalter from left to right. RPO action. Hands off up the middle. Malk fights for the extra yards out now near the 35-yard line. 1:50 left in the first half. Third and short coming up. 3rd and 3. 7-0 lead for the homecoming Huskies. Wahpeton gets to the line quickly. Kubla out of shotgun. Takes a snap. Hand off to Malk on the right side and tackled in the backfield. A loss for the Huskies. So a defensive juggernaut, right? The Highliner defense, we've talked about it before. They own the line of scrimmage. Wahpeton has done an okay job this game of making room to run for their electric running back. Timeout taken. We'll take one with them. You're listening to the I3G Sports Network. 30-second timeout.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the I3G Sports Network. 7-0 ball game in favor of the homecoming Huskies on this Friday night. Cooling off a little bit, 63 degrees and clear skies in Wahpeton. Had rain earlier today, kind of snapped the humidity. American flag laying flat. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and Trade Mount going to come out of this timeout. Wahpeton with 1 remaining. Valley City with none, with 1:19 left in the first half. High snap to Malk, able to hold it down, and the kick is away. Fielded near the 35-yard line. Shape on the right side, out to the 45, out to the 50, to the 40, and big cut down by Traden Malk. The punter is the one that was able to take Shape off his legs there, cut him down at the ankles. So Valley City starts with a short field on the Wahpeton side. 1:06 left in the first half. Wahpeton leads 7-0.
Tackling the punt returner on that last play was 62, Luke Anderson.
1st and 10 from the Husky 40. Moon sneaking out from behind a cloud there. Can't catch it on the KBMW News Live YouTube channel. We're telling you about it here on the radio station as well. And injury timeout. So we'll take a 1-minute break on the I3G Sports Network. Back in a moment on KBMW.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the I3G Sports Network. I want to thank our fans over in KOVC in Valley City checking up in on this game. You can watch the game as well on KBMW News Live. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. 1st and 10 from the 40. J.D. Gomez was the Husky that was able to come off the field on his own. Heck, 2-step drop back, looks left, throws left, single coverage, and he was able to bring that down. No, incomplete pass. Jonah Harstand was the receiver, and I'll tell you, man, I thought that was a completion. They say that it went off the ground when he was coming down with it. I thought he had it cleanly. Either way, 2nd and 10, 1:01 left in the first half. Good single coverage for Wahpeton. No safety help, so Heck might look for that again. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Shotgun snap. Again, looks left, throws across the middle. In and out of hands and intercepted by Wahpeton. To the 40, to the 50, to the 40, to the 30. Looking for room to run. Braden Steffens out down to the 15-yard line. So Braden Steffens, he was challenged on the last play. He picked that one off, went in and out of the hands of another Husky defender, and that is what we call sure hands. Don't ever tell me a defensive back plays defensive back because he doesn't have hands, because Braden Steffens proved that one wrong. Washed it right into the breadbasket, took it up the sideline. So Wahpeton has to find a way to come out of this one with some points. Third forced turnover of the first half, and you got to find a way to make Valley City pay here if you're the Huskies going at halftime. 47 seconds left in the first half. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubala out of shotgun, takes the snap, dumps it over to Malk, looking for room to run. Out near the 10-yard line, brought down. 40 seconds left. Wahpeton going to have to run up tempo. 35 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and short coming up. 30 seconds left in the first half. Wahpeton is still getting to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. 2nd and short coming up. 25 seconds. 20 seconds left. Kubala takes a shotgun snap. Rolls out to his right side. Looking. Gets out of bounds with 13 seconds left. So 13 seconds left. 3rd and long coming up now at the 11-yard line. $13 seconds left. Clock stops as Kubala was able to get out of bounds here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right from the near hash mark. Kubala out of shotgun. Malk to his right side. 2nd and 6 from the 11. Takes the shotgun snap, fakes right, looks left, pressure in his face, 10, throws it out of bounds near the 5-yard line. Clock continues to tick, 5 seconds. And timeout taken by Wahpeton. Evan Docker able to get the ball and go out of bounds. So 4th and short coming up. 3 seconds left on the game clock. We're going to keep it right here. You're listening to KBMW and KOVC in Valley City. So Wahpeton was able to keep their final timeout for this moment. Great call by head coach Wade Gilbertson to open it up here. So 3 seconds, 4th and 1 coming up. You got to throw it into the end zone if you're Kubala. So I would like to see, Wahpeton has run a play like this in the past where they put Malk in the slot position. I'd like to see shallow slants across. And we saw earlier that Steffens had trouble with a slant when he was coming from the far side across. I'd like to see Wahpeton come out of this formation, empty backfield, put Kubala at the, of course, quarterback position, but put Malk at the slot position, Steffens on the far side, DeVries on the slot position on the near side, and just try to get open in the end zone. We'll see if Kubala has the ability to see something here as we get ready to come out of this. And you know what? They said we're going to try to take the points. Marcelio, after making an extra point earlier, is going to come on here to try to give Wahpeton a 2-score lead. 7-0 ball game. 3 seconds left in the first half. Snap is down. Kick is up. Marcelio gives Wahpeton a 10-0 lead going into halftime on homecoming. His first field goal made of his career. The foreign exchange student for Wahpeton comes in and kicks a big kick to end the first half. 10-0 lead for Wahpeton as we go into halftime. We will take a quick 4-minute break here. 4-minute break on the i3G Sports Network, and we'll come back with halftime here in a moment on KBMW and Wahpeton and KOVC in Valley City.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Want a bigger home, or is it time to downsize? Now is the time to own your dream home. What's really important is finding a home that's right for you. No one has more experience and expertise than Action Realty in Wahpeton. They are your hometown real estate agency, serving the Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding areas with 5 available agents that are ready to work for you. Whether you're buying or selling, call Action Realty today at 642-4700 and make sure to listen to the Action Crew talk real estate on KBMW every Tuesday morning around 9 a.m. Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on KOVC in Valley City and KBMW in Wahpeton. Want to thank you guys for listening on the I3G Sports Network. Well, not a lot going on in that first half. 2 big defensive teams, and who would have thought it, as Wahpeton forcing 3 turnovers against Valley City. Valley City on the other side forcing 4 punts from Wahpeton. Wahpeton took the opening kick, drove it down 70 yards on a nice fake punt by Trade Malk, who picked up a 30-yard gain on the first possession for the Huskies. They were able to get it down and score on a 28-yard touchdown pass from Kubala to Jackson DeVries. And then to end the first half with 3 seconds left in the second quarter, a 17-yard field goal by Marcelio, the foreign exchange student from Wahpeton. He connecting on his first field goal of his career on homecoming night, nonetheless, to give Wahpeton a 10-0 lead going into the half. This has been an excellent game for both of these teams, and for Wahpeton, you've done a good job here not playing outside of yourself, I would say. We talked about it in the pregame show that the Huskies would have to own the line of scrimmage if they want to have a chance here to get Trade Malk open in the running lanes. And they haven't really been able to do that. They had one electric run from Mr. Electric, a 70-yard touchdown that was called back due to a holding call on the offensive line. So outside of that one play, Wahpeton's offensive line has been able to get a little bit going there, not a whole lot. In fact, if you think about it, the only big drive this Husky team has been able to complete was a fourth and long that Trade Malk was able to convert on a fake punt that ended up getting the momentum to give Wahpeton in the end zone. And then on this last drive where Braden Steffens picks up a pass and goes almost 40 yards down the field before getting pushed out, and Wahpeton able to kick a field goal to end the first half. But outside of those two plays, Valley City has pitched an excellent game on the defensive side of the ball. For them, you got to think with Heck throwing an interception, two interceptions and a turnover on a fumble. If you take those plays away, this Valley City team, they've continued to be able to get into the rhythm of things. The first drive for this Valley City team, they drove down the field. They got into the Wahpeton red zone. A 4th and 3, they tried to convert it. Not able to. They come up just short. That's a turnover and kind of a shift in momentum. You go into halftime trailing by 10, and potentially, if you're Valley City, you probably feel almost okay going in, down only 2 scores versus multiple scores. We're talking 3 or 4 with the amount of turnovers that this team has had, including a fumble that happened in their own red zone. So you got to add all this stuff up. Valley City playing an excellent game tonight as well. So both these teams, they're giving it their all. They're in a weird Wahpeton in a much stranger position than Valley City. Valley City came into this one 4-1. They feel like they only need to win maybe 2 of their next remaining games to punch their ticket and get into the playoffs. For Wahpeton, you have to win almost every week out of here. You think homecoming night against Valley City, a loss here would essentially almost, I'll say it. You don't want to say it, but you'll say it. It would extinguish any chance of a playoff run for this Husky team. If you lose tonight against Valley City, you look next week against Central, the following week against South, then you got to go Turtle Mountain. These are tough teams for this Wahpeton team coming up in the next 3 weeks. That's why tonight, homecoming night, was so important for Wahpeton, and you can see it on the field, the amount of tenacity that they play with coming out of that first kick and how well these younger players have played as well. Wahpeton, not a ton of seniors on this team on playing in their final homecoming game. You go through the starters here. McCade Picken is the only senior on the offensive line, and that's about the only senior on the team. He was the only returner on the line or on the offense as well from last year, or one of the only returners on the offense from last year. Only returning offensive lineman, I should say. And he has played very well playing in his final homecoming game. We'll take another quick 3-minute break and come back with keys to the second half. More on the Minn-Kota Ag Products halftime show right here on KBMW in Wahpeton, KOVC in Valley City, and on the I3G Sports Network.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Minn-Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn-Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the I3G Sports Network, KBMW 1450 in Wahpeton and KOVC in Valley City. Want to thank our guys over there for helping us out, including Jerry, who's running the board over there for us in Valley City. Hope things are going good for him. All right, let's go into keys in the second half. We'll start for the visiting Valley City Highliners. Well, this next possession coming out of halftime will dictate the game. Valley City, an excellent running team. They've owned the line of scrimmage all night, but they haven't been able to get into the end zone. For the majority of this game, it has been 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They have excellent running backs, Borg and Amon, who is able to get into space up the middle and make Wahpeton pay. We saw it in the first quarter. You have a halftime. Regain your composure. If they can gash and bash, then they have a chance here to get on the board. And if they can get on the board to start this third quarter, I have a lot of faith in Valley City to kind of build a comeback. For Wahpeton on the other side of things, let's talk heart. Homecoming night, 10-point lead in front of your fans. You've done a good job preventing fourth down conversions for this Valley City squad that has played very aggressive. You think about their quarterback, Brayson Heck, who coming into this one looked very good against wins, against a win against Horace last week, and then think back to that Dickinson loss that they had earlier in the season where he was not. I don't think he was the problem in that game either. He's played very good. He threw 2 interceptions. One of them a tip pass that was returned back into the Valley City red zone. You take away those 2 plays, he's played a very clean game. The inability, though, to connect with receivers in the short route has caused trouble for Valley City. The scouting report on the Highliners continues to be if they can run the ball on you, you're in trouble. But when Valley City decides to throw the ball on first and second down, that is when they're hurting themselves. For Wahpeton, 10-point lead during homecoming, on homecoming night. It's going to be a testament on how big their heart is if they can come into the second half and potentially hold on and win this one and get 2 wins in on the ledger. Well, we're about 2 minutes away here from kickoff to start the second half, so we'll take a quick break, a quick 3-minute break, and we will come back with second half action right here on the I3G Sports Network.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer. Assisted living. My wife and I knew this day was coming, the day that Mom and Dad would not be able to live on their own anymore. Well, we looked around at other assisted living communities, and nothing, I mean nothing, compared to Twin Town Villa. Everything at Twin Town Villa was a perfect fit for Mom and Dad's needs. Housing, support services, personal assistance, and healthcare, all under one roof. When I saw the interaction between residents and staff, it made me feel like this is the place where our parents can thrive. Twin Town Villa, close to home in Breckenridge. Call 643-9542 or visit twintownvilla.com. It's time to huddle up when you're hungry. The perfect pre- or post-game destination is the Wilkin. Hey, friends, families, and sports fans have been showing up at the Wilkin for decades to celebrate their favorite teams. Celebrate with delicious food and their favorite beverage. Best place around to watch the Bison, too. So for all of you local sports fans and fans of good flavor, head to the Wilkin and celebrate the Cowboys, Cowgirls, Huskies, and Wildcats. The legendary Wilkin, a tradition of good taste and company since 1894.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on KBMW and KOVC in Valley City. Wahpeton getting ready to kick off from their own 35-yard line. Back to return at the 15 are two Highliners. We put 12 minutes on the clock to get ready to start this third quarter. Wahpeton going to have to play excellent defense here to start because Valley City, I know they're coming out of the halftime smelling blood. They're not happy giving up a field goal to end the first half off a turnover.
Coming up next, the second-half kickoff. Kicking for the Huskies is Jordan Out. Team to return for the Highliners, number 7, Ethan Miller, and number 30, Derek Shake.
Now kicking off from his own 40. A squib kick fielded at the 40-yard line of Valley City, and Wahpeton jumps on top of the returner. Wahpeton not wanting to kick it deep to the Highliners. I understand why, with Shape already having two big punt returns. So 2 seconds run off the clock, 11:58 left in the third quarter. 10-0 ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in Wahpeton. As the Huskies come back out in a 3-4 defense. Valley City driving on their own 40. starting this drive on their own 40. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Hack out of shotgun. Motions sure across the formation. Shotgun snap. Takes the high snap, hands off up the middle. Carter Borg with a 5-yard and cloud of dust. 2nd and 5 from the with 11:45 left in the third quarter. So he's 2nd and 6. 4-yard pickup. They're calling it from the 45. So Martinez and Ralph on the tackle as well for Wahpeton. Bryson Heck leads his troops to the line. First possession after halftime for Valley City, driving into the north end zone. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Heck out of shotgun, takes a snap. Fakes a handoff. Play action, throws it, and ball bounces off the turf. No penalty on the play. It looked like the wide receiver might have shoved over a defensive back. At least that's what the Wahpeton faithful in attendance are calling for here. I thought I saw a complete shove. You can go back and watch it on KBMW News Live on YouTube if you'd like. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Highliners. Clock stops at 11:11. Magic number there. Wahpeton defense might make a wish, ask for a turnover. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Hack out a shotgun, running back to his left or to his right. The junior signal caller takes the hands the ball up the middle, out to the 40-yard line as Borg continues to chop his legs for an extra couple yards. Big first down run for Carter Borg, and that kind of shows you the type of faith they have in their offensive line and the type of faith they have in their running back on a 3rd and long to say, all right, here it is, give it up the gut. We have the faith, we have the offensive linemen to get a push there. 1st and 10 from the 38. Clock continues to tick. 11:02 left. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Hack out a shotgun. Play action pass. Looks left. Throws left. Connects with Sure. Knocks down one defender before being brought down by a safety. That's Omar Martinez on the tackle. And Traden Malk, he was trying to tackle Connor Soar high, and he got stiff-armed into the turf. That was a nice push by the 5'11 senior, just to say, this is my ball. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line, knocking on the Time Machinery red zone. Valley City driving on the Wahpeton side of the field now. Two receivers split out wide. High snap, handoff up the middle to Borg. Another big run as the Wahpeton defense jumps all top of him, carries him for another 2 or 3 yards. Traden Malcolm on the tackle, as well as Omar Martinez, a 9-yard pickup. 2nd and 1 from the 14-yard line. And we said coming out of halftime, this is a big possession for Valley City. Might be the most important possession of the night for the Highliners to this point, to come out and try to put points on the board, trailing 10-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Hack out a shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off up the middle again to Borg. Wahpeton diving for the legs, and the offensive linemen are already pushing near the 5-yard line. The running back still in the backfield getting tackled. And sometimes you think, as an offensive lineman, you're trying to go second level, but the problem is that everybody goes second level. Nobody got the first level. And enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. So Valley City going to have to essentially get into the end zone here to get a 1st and goal. 9:25 left in the first half. The third quarter. Neutral zone infraction by the defense makes this a 1st and 5 from the 6. Well, Wahpeton did a good job of trying to get rid of the penalty plug after that first quarter. Since then, they've played relatively clean. First penalty of the second half for the Huskies. 9:22 left as the clock stops. Heck leads his troops to the line. 1st and 5 from the 6. Two receivers on either side of the formation. High snap to Heck, hands it off up the middle. Borg fighting his way into the end zone, and he's in. 10-6 lead for the Huskies on Carter Borg's 6-yard run. 9:15 left in the third quarter. Extra point coming on for Valley City. Kicking is Bryson Heck. Heck does a little bit of everything. Kicking, punting, quarterbacking. Snap is down, kick is up. And is good. Cuts the lead to 3. 10-7 lead for Wahpeton on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll take a 1-minute break, come back with more third quarter action here in a moment on the I3G Sports Network.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the I3G Sports Network. Want to thank all of our fans listening at KOVC in Valley City, as well as listening on KBMW and KBMW News Live on YouTube. 9:15 left in the third after the 6-yard rumble bumble in by Borg. Malk going to watch DeVries fielded by the 10. Runs up the middle, out to the 25 before he's swarmed by some highliners. Valley City struggled in the red zone against Dickinson in their only loss, and they turned it over to Dickinson 3 times in the fourth quarter, walked away with 0 points on all 3 drives, and ended inside the Dickinson 20. So not good against the only loss Valley City has on their resume right now, a loss to Dickinson. They struggled in the red zone, and that's something they're trying to overcome this evening. They're 1 for 2 in the red zone here in Wahpeton. First attempt for the 24-yard line. 9:08 left in the third quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubel out of shotgun. Malk to his right. Shotgun snap. Highliners bring 6. Malk gets the ball on the far side or near side and pushed out of bounds. A pickup of maybe 2 yards. Good tackle by Dylan Hunt and Connor Storr. They're calling a loss of 1. Well, Tomato. Second and 11 from the 24. Correction, 23-yard line. 9:02, so only 9 seconds off the clock there on that play for Wahpeton. From the near hash mark, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Steffens by himself. DeVries motioned back into the formation. Shotgun snap to Kubla. Handoff to Malk, looking for room on the left side, and swallowed again by the Highliner defense. So Wahpeton just poking and prodding at that defensive line, trying to make something happen. Not quite. Christian Butler on the tackle as well, the 6'4", 285-pound senior for the Highliners. Swallowing up the running lanes. 8:35 left in the third quarter. Middle of the field. Wahpeton splits 2 out on the left, 1 to the right. 3rd and 9 from the 25-yard line. Langewalter motions from right to left. Shotgun snap to Kubla. Looks left. Pump fakes. Looks back right. Looks back left. Rolls to his left. Pressured. Throws. And out of bounds. So Bjorn Kubla a little unsure of himself maybe in that pocket. He tried to check right. His wide receivers covered deep. Good secondary coverage by this Valley City defense. And we have mentioned it a couple times. Valley City doing a good job. They got size on the back end of the defense. Makes it harder for a quarterback to try to fit in to spots. Malk punting again. Shape at his own 40, looking to return. Has had 2 good returns. End over end punt and bounces in front of the 40, rolls down to the 25-yard line. So a good punt by Trayton Malk. Valley City takes over at their own 25. 1st and 10. 10-7 lead with 8:02 left in the third quarter. Wahpeton leads. So Valley City was able to drive down the field and score on their first possession out of halftime, and forcing a 3-and-out there from Wahpeton, impressive. Also making sure that Wahpeton 2 runs in the pass. That's exactly what you want to do if you're Valley City, is continue to bottle up the run and then play good pass coverage on 3rd down and passing downs. Heck breaks the huddle, leads his troop to the line. Shotgun snap, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Running back on his right side. Wahpeton walks 4 up. Blitzes hard, and running hard up the middle is the Caden Amon, the running back up the middle. Landon Ralph, another tackle up the gut. And as a parent, there's not a ton of pros that you have when you have a kid playing the offensive line. The offensive line never gets their name called on a touchdown. But on the defensive side of the ball, defensive linemen, defensive tackles, they get their name called all the time. 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line. 7:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Shotgun snap, handoff again up the middle. Amon looking for room to run, and big tackle from the big man. Just talking about how big the defensive line is. Garrett Schwartz swallows it up. The starting nose guard for the Huskies, 6 foot 285, the junior, making his presence felt. 3rd and 2 from the 33-yard line. 7:02 left in the 3rd quarter. Heck leads his troops in. Amon doing a good job picking up yards. 2 receivers bounced out to either side. We'll see if it's a passing down on their own side of the field. It is. Throws to the outside to Miller. He's going to get the 1st down. Out to the 40, looking for room to run, and good blocking by Connor Soar, taking his cornerback and putting him back in to all of the group. 1st down for the Highliners, 1st and 10 from the 42. 6:35 left in the 3rd quarter. From the near hash mark, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Soar motions back into the formation. Shotgun snap to Heck. Handoff up the middle, and fighting for extra yards is Amon, brought down near the 45-yard line. Again, the Wahpeton defense has done a really good job of swarming, getting on top of these running backs, but this is why it's so important to stay in the weight room during the offseason, especially this late in the season. We're talking week 5, week 6. A lot of players' legs start feeling a little bit more tired, right? Not this running back stable for Valley City. They've been able to continue to run the ball well. They put their shoulder down. They get the defense on their back, and they can carry them for an extra couple yards. Got to give credit to the offensive line, too, getting that extra push. 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7 from the 46. 5:35 left here in the 3rd quarter. Heck out of shotgun. 10-7 lead for the Huskies on homecoming night. Handoff up the middle, and Wahpeton sniffs that one out, tackled up the gut. A pickup of maybe a foot as Amon swallowed up quickly. 5:15 left in the 3rd quarter. Oaks leaves Maple Grove 34-0 at the end of the 3rd quarter. Jamestown was ahead 17-15 against Dickinson at halftime. Mayport CG. Oaks leads Mayport CG 34-0. Valley City gets called for a chop block on the 2nd and long, so we're going to walk this one back. Husky coaching staff pointing back towards the south end zone. 5:14 left in the 3rd quarter. They're counting out 15 yards. So 2nd and long coming up for the Valley City Highliners. 5:14 left in the 3rd quarter. A 15-yard penalty brings up 2nd and 19 for Valley City. Trips left, nobody on the left side of the formation from the middle of the field. Heck out of shotgun, running back on the left side. Shotgun snap, play action pass, looks left, throws left. Miller's there, and are they going to call defensive pass interference? They are, as Jackson DeVries, Braden Steffens, and Omar Martinez all in the area. And I think they're going to call it on DeVries falling into Miller. 2 penalties immediately. So a 15-yard shot block going to be erased by a 15-yard pass interference penalty potentially. And a first down for Valley City as the head official having a conversation.
Penalty is defensive pass interference against the Huskies.
So defensive pass interference going to walk this one back up. Luckily enough, though, not a spot foul for Wahpeton. That was near the 40-yard line on the Husky side of the field. 5:07 left in the third quarters. 10-7 lead for Wahpeton in this homecoming night. Cannot talk enough about how well the crowd has shown up for Wahpeton. Second and short coming up for Valley City near the 50-yard line. 2nd and 4. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Hack out a shotgun. Takes the high snap, handoff. No, fix it. Runs it himself and slides down for a first down across the 50-yard line down to the 45 for Wahpeton. Good play by Bryson Heck using his size and speed. It's 6'3", 170. A lot more elegant runner than some of the taller quarterbacks we've seen play here. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Valley City driving on the Wahpeton side of the field. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hack out a shotgun. Running back to his right. Wahpeton looking to bring 4. Snap, handoff on the left side. Room to run down near the first down marker. Connor Borg again. And we talked about the running room, the running lanes for this Valley City rushing attack. And again, the offensive line able to make some moves. And when Wahpeton blitzes, what that does is if you blitz in the wrong hole, that opens something else up for Borg. There hasn't been a lot of dancing in the backfield. It's mostly downhill running. 4:15 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 2 from the 37. Shotgun snap, handoff again up the middle. Borg going to get the first down. Runs over 2 defenders before being brought down again by the Wahpeton secondary. Traden Malk, one of the defensive players on the tackle. Steffens as well, getting underneath the tire treads. North leads Red River. North wins against Red River, one of the games of the week. North beats Red River 38-20 on the I3G Sports scoreboard. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Soar motion into the formation. Shotgun snap for Heck. Takes the snap. Hands off to Borg again. Running room up the middle. Able to make 2 defenders miss before being upended near the 20-yard line. And Carter Borg, if he decided to go airborne there and maybe try to hurdle the safety, could have had a ESPN top 10 play. DeVries is able to cut him down at the ankles. 1st and 10 inside the Wahpeton red zone from the 17-yard line? 17-yard line. Clock continues to tick. 3:20 left in the third quarter. Hack out of shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Amon in the backfield with him. High snap, handoff up the middle. Met at the line of scrimmage, dragging the defensive line back to the line of scrimmage. Good run from the Wahpeton, or good defense from the Wahpeton Huskies. And Schwartzy comes back on for Wahpeton. That is a telltale sign that the Huskies really want to keep Valley City out of the end zone. They bring Garrett Schwartz back in. He's done a good job of swallowing up a lot of the running lanes. The wide shoulders, nose guard, trying to disrupt here. 2nd and 10 from the 17. We talked to our correspondent in Valley City. Jerry was telling us that the Highlighters not great in the red zone. In that loss to Dickinson. High snap, handoff again to Ahmed. Wahpeton there, swallows up the running lanes. Another loss of yards for Valley City. 3rd and long, coming up, 2:20 left in the third quarter. The bend, don't break defense for the Huskies again. Dickinson leads 23-17. Not quite sure who Dickinson is playing, though. 1:55 left in the third quarter. Trips right. Nobody on the left side of the formation. Heck out of shotgun. Running back on the right side. Takes the high snap. Looks right. Throws right. Throw in the back of the end zone. Out of the breadbasket. No penalty on the play. So ball goes out of the back of the end zone. Incomplete. 4th and long coming up. Coaching staff in the room next door saying pull the trigger earlier on that one. Well, Valley City comes out again for the kicking team. Has a chance here to tie it up. Last time they had a kicking opportunity, the ball got past the quarterback. 35-yard field goal attempt for Heck. The holder here has to make sure this snap gets down. 1:37 left in the third quarter. The kick is up and going to be short. So the 37-yarder not quite there for Valley City. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. We'll take a 30-second break, come back with more in a moment on the i3G Sports Network. Wahpeton leads 10-7.
Ever notice how people in the Midwest always want the opposite of what the weather is doing? When it's warm outside, you want it cold inside. And when it is cold outside, you want it warm. Thanks to Acclimated Entry System from Bayer Build Woodworks and Builder's First Source, you can have exactly what you want. Hundreds of styles, all designed for the Midwest. Acclimated Entry Systems from Bayer Build Woodworks are the quality performance doors you need with the beauty and protection you want. Builder's First Source is your source for acclimated entry systems and all your building needs.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the i3G Sports Network. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubel out of shotgun, Malk to his right side. 1:31 left. Handoff up the middle. Malk, room to run, met by that linebacking core. A pickup of maybe 5 yards for Traden Malk. So after the missed field goal, Wahpeton chewing up clock here in the third quarter. Valley City came out, scored on their first possession of the half. Huskies punted on theirs. Second possession of the third quarter for Wahpeton. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3 on the 7-yard run. 1 minute left in the third quarter. Shotgun snap to Kublai. Almost drops the snap. Gets it out into the flats. DeVries looking for room to run. A pickup of about 10 yards for Jackson DeVries as the chain gang going to walk it up. Clock stops at 52 seconds. A 1st and 10 from near the 37, and a Valley City player is down on the far sideline. So we are going to take an injury timeout, a 1-minute injury timeout for the Highliner down right here on the i3G Sports Network.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the i3G Sports Network. Right now, 52 seconds left in the third quarter as the Highliners still down on the far side of the field. We hope that it's only cramps as he's able to, we've seen him lift his shoulders up off the turf a couple of times here. So Wahpeton 1st and 10 on the pass out in the flats to DeVries. And the offensive line coming over and talking, and the ball back up, or handing a, looks like it might be a bracelet or something to Hunter McCall. So right now, also on the i3G Sports Network, Breckenridge trailing Parker's Prairie 22-15 as the injured Highliner able to limp off on his own. Glad to see that. 52 seconds left in the third. It's 10-7 lead for the Huskies on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Make sure you listen to the post-game show where we'll give out our Essential Health Player of the Game. We have a T-shirt to give away as well. We'll give it away to head coach Wade Gilbertson. So if you know the name of the winner, make sure you let the coaching staff know as well. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla out of shotgun. Takes the snap. Rolls to his right. No, handed off on the left side. Nowhere to go with it as Traden Mount gets swallowed up by the defensive line. And another complaint we have about the black jerseys, can't find the ball. 30 seconds left in the third quarter, and that might do it as the game clock and play clock off for about a second. So Wahpeton will have to run at least one more play. 2nd and 8 from the 39-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubla out of shotgun. Going to walk this one down as far as he can take it. 10 on the game or the play clock. Low snap gets away from Kubla. He's going to have to jump on top of it. And Wahpeton going to start the fourth quarter in a deep deficit. 3rd and a county mile coming up after the break. So we'll take a quick 1-minute break, come back with fourth quarter action. The fours are up in Wahpeton. Wahpeton leads 10-7 on homecoming night on the i3G Sports Network.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you as we have the final 12 minutes of action from Wahpeton coming up in a moment as the Huskies lead on homecoming night 10-7 against the Valley City Highliners. We'll take a quick break for Legal ID on the i3G Sports Network right now.
AM 1450, KDMW Breckenridge Wahpeton, and FM 94.3 K232 FH Breckenridge, the voice of the Valley.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call with you as Wahpeton getting ready to come out of or from their sideline. 3rd and 17 on the missed snap by Kubla to end the third quarter. And talking about not starting the fourth in an excellent position, right? You have a 3-point lead and a long way to go. A Wahpeton conversion here would do a lot of good for the momentum. But the other thing is you got to think if you have a 3-and-out, you give the ball back to Valley City with essentially the whole entire fourth quarter. They've done a good job running the ball, trailing only by 3. Not feeling safe. Fake jet sweep, throws, and in and out of the hands of Soar again. Connor Soar has more pass deflections tonight than I think Valley City might have pass completions on the offensive side. He has been able to break up 4 or 5 where it's like if he can just get 2 hands on it, that's going the other way. 4th and 17, clock stops at 11:56 in the fourth quarter. Traden Malk back to punt. And Shape, an excellent punt returner for Valley City, has had a couple of big runs in this one. Hanging out near his own 35. End over end punt from Malk. Shape watched it go by. Wahpeton lets it roll down near the 15-yard line. Another good punt from Traden Malk. And going to be a penalty on the play as there's laundry on the field. This could be a big one for Wahpeton if they can get a roughing the punter. I don't quite know if that's the case, as it looked like it got off clean off Malk's foot. So the Valley City offense coming back, number 79. Christian Blutler is still hanging out by the officials. See what the call is here. Holding on the Wahpeton offense. Well, going to walk this one back. I think they're going to have to repunt it. That's right. So 4th and 27 coming up. Wahpeton going to be punting from their own 19-yard line. And this is where, if you're the long snapper or Trade Malk, the punter, you got to make sure you get this punt down and away, because a fumble out of the end zone would cause mayhem here in Wahpeton. Sept back near the 45-yard line. His own 45. 11:46 left in the fourth quarter. Malk at his own 10. High snap, able to pull it down, and the punt is off. Again, we just talked about how very dangerous that type of play is. Ball bounces near the 45, and Sept, he played that one, or a correction, that was a Miller. Played that one kind of close. Ethan Miller decided to push a Husky away and then kind of go on top of it. What you don't want to have happen there, if you're a Valley City coach, is have your player do that, because all it takes is maybe an ankle tapping it, and all of a sudden that's a live ball. 11:35 left. Valley City starting at their 46-yard line. So a short field for the Highliners, trailing only by 3. And if this was a game that Valley City could steal out of the jaws of defeat, it'd be this one. Wahpeton's had plenty of opportunities to try to get something going. 3 turnovers for the Highliners in the first half. Wahpeton not able to convert any touchdowns on those. 3 points on those 3 turnovers. Shotgun snap, throws to the left side, and almost a 4th interception as that bounces off the hands of Braden Steffens on the far side. Heck is trying to pick on the sophomore Steffens. He's not having any part of it. Braden Steffens breaks that up. 2nd and 10 from the 46, 11:28 left. So from the near hash mark, Valley City breaks the huddle. Two receivers to the left, one to the right from the near hash mark. Tell the difference in the quarterback and the running back now is Heck's jersey still pristine white. Running back takes it, snap up the middle. Borg looking for room to run. Fights for it down to the 40. And Borg, chip away, chip away, chip away. A pickup of about 26 yards. Is that right? Yeah. 11:19 left. Wahpeton allowed almost 300 yards on the ground in the loss to Jamestown last week. Tonight, doing a better job keeping the Highliners off the board, but still giving up big plays. 11 minutes left in the fourth. Motion back in is the tight end. Heck out of shotgun, running back to his left side. Takes the snap, play action pass, looks left, throws across the middle, and connects with the wide receiver to the 20, to the 10, to 5. End zone for Valley City. So they take their first lead of the night. 10:43 left in the fourth quarter. A pass across the middle. Ethan Miller on the reception. And boys and girls, we have a ball game. A 40-yard TD makes this one 13-10. Extra point team coming on. Heck trying to get cash in. Snap is down. The kick is up. And is good. Valley City takes their first lead of the night, 14-10 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break, come back with more action in the fourth quarter on the I3G Sports Network.
It only takes one step, twist, or crunch to know something doesn't feel right. Essentia Health's orthopedic and sports medicine team gets you back to doing what you love with commitment, resilience, intention. We're here to keep you moving forward. Visit essentiahealth.org to learn more about orthopedics and sports medicine, like nowhere else.
Welcome back. So Valley City able to drive down the field and score to take their first lead of the night, a 14-10 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Want to thank everybody listening on the I3G Sports Network, including watching on KBMW News Live on YouTube. Got a couple of viewers over there. Want to thank you guys for tuning in and helping us out. Hit subscribe and the little bell so you never miss another game. Valley City kicking off for the first time since the opening kick. Fielded down near the 5. DeVries thinks about taking the knee. Goes out to the 20, to the 25, looking for room to run. Pushed out near the 27-yard line. So I'm not quite sure what DeVries was thinking about doing there. He took the ball at the 5-yard line. Could have let that ball roll into the end zone. Instead, fields it, takes it out to the 27, so he pick up about 22 yards.
At the 28-yard line.
10:37 left. Two receivers to the left and one to the right. Kubla out of shotgun, running back to his right side. Motions a receiver back into the formation. Takes the shotgun snap. Fakes hands the ball off to Malk up the middle and chewed up and spit out by the Valley City defense. A pickup about 5 yards for Malk. Clock continues to tick. 10:25 left in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 3. DeVries, J.D. Gomez back on the field for Wahpeton, and DeVries and Gomez on the far side of the field. Near hash mark. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk to his right. Motions DeVries from right to left, or left to right. Shotgun snap. Low, hands the ball off to Malk again, and hit immediately. It's going to be Borg on the tackle. 9:50 left in the fourth as Wahpeton offense struggling in the second half. Not able to get any points on the board. Ended the first half with a field goal, and Huskies got to feel very happy about that now. Have a chance here to retake the lead with a touchdown. Receivers split off to either side. 3rd and 5. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk to his left. Takes the snap. 2-step drop back. Fakes right. Goes left. Ball out, in and out of the hands of Nick Langenwalter was the intended receiver. So it bounces off the ground. He tried to play it off, but he caught it. 9:21 left as Traden Malk comes out to punt. Another 3 and out for the Huskies. Huskies have had one successful touchdown drive. It was the first drive of the game. Malk keeps it himself, runs to the right side, looking for room to run, and slips and falls short of the first down marker. So Valley City going to have excellent field position here. I wonder if that was a design play or if that was a play from Malk. Running to the right side, nowhere to go with it. He slips and falls on the turf. 9:16 left, and Valley City, after going down the field and scoring quickly on their last drive, has a chance here to add to their lead. 14-10 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard on the I3G Sports Network. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Hack out of shotgun. Borg to his right. And one Wahpeton player already on the ground. Play blown dead before it started. I wonder if that is a neutral zone infraction or not on the Huskies. Looked like everybody was moving at the same time, everybody except the center. And they're going to call a false start on the offense. So walks this one back. 1st and 15, 9:16 left in the fourth quarter. 14-10 lead for Valley City. So Ethan Miller steps back out. He's on the near side, the wide receiver, hanging out by the 40-yard line. 1st and 15, handoff to Borg, up the middle, brought down near the original line of scrimmage to a pickup of maybe 5 yards. 9:07 left in the fourth quarter. Miller is being covered by J.D. Gomez. So giving up a couple of inches, Wahpeton is. Miller listed at 6 foot. Gomez listed at 5'10". Looks a lot smaller in comparison. 8:45 left on the run. 6-yard gain makes it 2nd and 11 from the 33-yard line. From the far hash mark, two receivers to the left, one to the right. Motions the running back or the wide receiver back into the formation. Heck out of shotgun. Takes a snap. High. Hands it to Borg. Looking for room to run on the left side. Wahpeton drags him down for a pickup of, again, maybe 3 yards and a cloud of dust. Landon Ralph coming back on for the Huskies, the big defensive lineman, seeing who's coming off. Number 58. It might be Chase Marsh, it appears, coming off for Wahpeton. So 3rd and long from the 29-yard line, 8:03 left in the fourth quarter. Heck leads his team back to the line of scrimmage from the far hash mark. Receivers split out to either side. Borg in the backfield. And defense looks like it may have jumped again. The hard snap count has really gotten Wahpeton this evening. See, I believe 4th time Wahpeton has jumped this evening. First time since earlier in the third quarter. They had 2 really rough ones in the first half. So defensive encroachment makes it 3rd and 2 from the 34-yard line. Valley City leads 14-10 late here in the fourth quarter. Running back motion back into the formation. Heck, shotgun snap. Looks left, throws it high into traffic, and it looks like 2 receivers were in the same spot. 4 Huskies defensive players were there. That's a lot of bodies all going up for the same ball. Falls incomplete. So 4th and 2, a similar situation that the Highlanders were in earlier this game. First quarter, they had a 4th and 3, not able to convert. 4th and 2 here from the 43, 7:43 left. If you have a kicker you feel confident in, you might want to take a touchdown lead here. They're going for it. So big 4th down conversion opportunity here for Valley City. Receivers split out to either side. Shotgun snap, high snap. Men in the backfield and tackled. Big tackle from the Wahpeton Huskies, and I'll tell you, bend, don't break. Like a yardstick in math class, this Husky team is here. Trayden Malk, Mr. Electric, making juiced-up plays. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line, 7:38 left. Now what Wahpeton needs to do is take this momentum and shift it to the offensive side of the field. Multiple punts this second half. You got to find a way to score here, trailing by 4. 7:38 left, 14-10 under Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard on the i3G Sports Network. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubala out of shotgun, running back to his left side. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, gets it to DeVries in traffic, out to the 40-yard line, and brought down. And that's the type of plays that Bjorn Kubala likes to make. Find the receiver on the comebacks, hit him in the numbers. That is exactly what this Wahpeton offense needed, a little bit of spark. Clock stops as the chain gang moves. 7:31 left in the fourth quarter. Wahpeton driving on their own 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Kubala out of shotgun, Malk to his right side. Takes a shotgun snap low. Play action pass. Throws across the middle. In and out of the hands of a defender. And going to be Laundry on the field. They're saying he was on top of Steffens. Defensive pass interference is probably going to be this call. Defender was on the back of Steffens, like a backpack on the first day of school. 1st and 10. 7:13 left in the fourth, and that's the call. So Wahpeton going to get the walk the ball up here. The 15-yard penalty puts the Huskies on the Valley City side of the field. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Wahpeton looking to add some points on the board here, trailing by 4. Last time they were on the board was, or last time they scored was at the end of first half. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Near hash mark, Kubala pump fakes right, looks left. Got pressure in his face, got to get rid of it. Throws it out near the 50-yard line, out of the hands of Braden Steffens, and good play by Kubala just to get rid of that ball. You can't take a sack of close to 20 yards when your offense is trying to get back into this one. 2nd and 10, 7:03 left. Kubala comes back to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. J.D. Gomez, the lone receiver on the far side. Malk in the backfield with Kubala. 6 players on the line for Valley City. bring a lot. Handoff up the middle, and Malk going to be tackled for a gain of maybe about 3 yards out near the 40-yard line. 6:53 left in the fourth quarter. Third and long coming up for the Huskies.
For the Highlanders. 3rd and 8 for the Huskies.
Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Kubla out of shotgun. Motions of Reeves across the formation. Two-step drop back, looking deep. Throws it to the screen pass. Malk out in the flats, out near the 30, brought down. So the 3rd and 8 converts as the chain gang moves. 6:17 left in the fourth quarter. Wahpeton moving. And I'll tell you, they do not make it easy on you. They do not convert a lot of first downs getting across.
Huskies at the Highliner 32.
From the near hash mark, two receivers to the right, one to the left. Kubla in the backfield with Malk. Shotgun formation. Valley City brings 5. Handoff up the middle, brought down for a pickup of maybe 2 yards for Trade and Malk.
Carries and he's wrapped up fairly quickly.
2nd and 8 from the 30-yard line. 5:40 left in the fourth quarter. If Wahpeton can put points on the board here, more importantly, if Wahpeton can put a touchdown on the board here, as the amount that they've been chewing up the clock, you'd feel good on homecoming night. Near hash mark, two receivers to the right, one to the left. Motions de Vries back into the backfield, takes the shotgun snap, fakes the play action, hands off to Malk up the middle. Another gain of maybe 2 or 3 yards. 5:10 left in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 6 from the 30.
Gain of 2, 3rd and 6 for Wahpeton.
Two receivers from the right, one to the left. Kubla out of shotgun, Malk to his left side. Takes the snap. Rolls to his right side. Looking for a receiver. Throws. Gets a completion. Yes! Boran Kubla, with the entire defense on his back, able to make a completion there. But there's a flag on the play. Oh, brother. So that is potentially here a second time for the Huskies to have a big play negated by a penalty. We'll see what the call is here. It's in near the line of scrimmage. A holding call would put Wahpeton back 10 yards. 3rd and 6 from the 28-yard line on that completion. 4:42 left in the fourth quarter. And a legal man downfield on Wahpeton.
Penalty is against the Huskies. Illegal man downfield.
So another big play by Wahpeton negated on a penalty. And you think in week 5 that some of these penalties wouldn't be hurting the Huskies as much as they have tonight. You had a couple of defensive encroachments, defensive neutral zone infractions, a couple of holding calls that have taken points off the board for Wahpeton. 3rd and 11 from the 34-yard line. 4:42 left in the fourth. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Kubla out of shotgun. Big 3rd down conversion here for the Huskies. Shotgun snap. Pitches it to Malk, and it's going to be a loss of 4 yards. The quick patch from Malk, and the turf monster ate him up. Well, it's 4th down territory now for Wahpeton from the Valley City 38-yard line. Going to be 4th and long coming up. 4:18 left, and if you're going to go for it, you got to get there kind of quick if you want to get the ball back on a potential turnover. Well, two receivers out on either side. Kubla out of shotgun. Malk in the backfield with them. This could go for the gain. Kubla, 2-step drop back, throws across the middle, out of the extended hand of Trade Malk, so a turnover on downs. Clock stops at 3:55. as Valley City takes over. So we were talking about Wahpeton getting to the line of scrimmage there with about 4 minutes left, or if they wanted to clock the ball, they snapped that ball with just a little bit over 4 ticks left. Now your defense, you're in a really tough bind. You got to stop the run. You got to force a 3-and-out here quickly. I don't think it's use your timeouts just yet with 3:55 left, but it's imperative that the defense show up big on this possession, or this drive, especially for Wahpeton. 3:55 left. Heck out of shotgun. Hands it off to Borg. Met in the backfield, going to keep chugging his feet, and they're going to whistle him dead. 3:45 left. Pickup of about 3 yards on the carry. And timeout taken by Wahpeton. Clock stops at 3:46. We will take one. No, correction. We will keep it right here as we want to make sure that we keep our equipment running as well. Wahpeton trails 14-10 as they take that timeout. We were talking before this snap, are they in the take the timeout part of the game? And it looks like the coaching staff has said, yes, we are. We want to make sure we get this ball back with as much time remaining as possible. So a 4-yard pickup from Borg on that right side, and you can't give up 2 more of those if you're the Huskies. In fact, you barely can keep up 1 more of those. The running lanes for Valley City, especially in the second half, coming out of halftime, we said that is going to be one of the main factors for Valley City. Can you come off the ball? Can you open up those lanes again? Wahpeton started this half leading by 10. They now trail by 4, not able to get on the board in the third quarter. And I'm talking to head coach Wade Gilbertson. You can listen to the Giants Sports Show Saturday morning, 9 a.m. We'll talk to him tomorrow at 9:15. He tells us third quarter is what really matters for these high school football teams. Is if you can win the third quarter, you have a chance to win the game. Wahpeton has failed to win the third quarter in their 4 previous losses, and this game as well failed to win the third quarter. They're in a tough bind here with 3:46 left in the fourth, trailing by 4 on homecoming night. 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Heck out of shotgun. Motions a wide receiver across the jet sweep to Miller. He's looking for room to run on the left side and going to get a first down. A little bit more out near the 45-yard line of the Huskies. Ethan Miller, he ran that jet sweep earlier, and penalty on the play. We might negate that one as well. So both of these teams having a tough time on these big plays. Holding on Valley City, so that'll walk him back. 3:38 left in the fourth quarter. 14-10 lead for Valley City. And that might be the break that Wahpeton was looking for. Valley City, they're going to probably, if I was them, I would think they're probably going to run the ball one more time, then try to pass it. Wahpeton going to have to play tight defense here. We'll see what the play call for Valley City is. 2 receivers on the left, motions the running back or wide receiver back into the formation. 2 receivers split out. Wahpeton brings 5. Heck, drop back. Forced to his right side. Looking deep. Throws across the middle, and diving out is Miller. Incomplete pass. The clock stops at 3:28. Heck was scrambling. He was trying to get Miller open. Ethan Miller has caught 1 touchdown pass this evening. He was able to get a 28-yard strike and run. 3:28 left in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 15 from the 33-yard line. Valley City leads 14-10 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard and on the I3G Sports Network. I want to thank our friends over in Valley City for listening as well. Make sure you listen to the post-game show where we will break down this game and have a little bit of fun, hopefully. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Wahpeton brings 4. Handoff up the middle. And brought down near the first down marker and pushed back by the Huskies. That's going to be 4th and short coming up for Valley City. They needed 15 yards. They might have got 12, 13 on the carry. Borg did a good job running. Clock stops at 3:17 as the officials call a timeout, or an official timeout as another Valley City Highliner down. And I'll tell you, you can't get any closer than Borg did for crossing that first down marker. Another Valley City Highliner down. We'll take a quick break. Come back with a 1-minute break in a moment right here on KBMW and KOVC on the I3G Sports Network.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Welcome back, Andrew Zillow on the call. 3:17 left as Borg helped off to the sideline. He was able to get off on his own with a little bit of a limp on it. Looks on that maybe that right leg. So again, we hope that he is healthy. He is a excellent runner, and the chain gang comes out to measure this. As this is one of those things that I think if you're Borg, you might go down with a cramp or a twisted ankle, and you say, as the official's asking you're okay, you say, measure this. Let's make sure that we actually did not get the 15 yards we needed. It's going to be just short as Hunter McCall given the sign as well from the sideline. So 4th and 1, another 4th down conversion opportunity here for Valley City. They're 1 for 3 on the night trying to convert on 4th down. I imagine here with a 4th and 1, they have a shot. Well, with Borg out, you think, yeah, maybe, but also so the chain gang goes back to the sideline. 4th and 1, I would wonder if they might run the patented push-tush. The tush-push, where you get the quarterback under center and just everybody just shove over. Get in the pro set, see what happens. Or if we have Traden Palomalu trying to make a stop here at the linebacker position. 4th and 1. Clock continues to tick. 3:11 left. Valley City might walk this one all the way down. And timeout taken by Wahpeton. Well, we'll take another 30-second timeout. You're listening to KBMW, your home for Wahpeton Athletics.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas, and grandpas, too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back. Andrew Zimmel on the call with you on the I3G Sports Network, KOVC in Valley City, KBMW in Wahpeton. And they took it. Valley City burned a timeout with 18 seconds left on the play clock. They come back out. They have a 4th and 1. Their quarterback out of shotgun, running back on the right side. Wide receiver split out to either side. I believe that's Eamon behind or out of shot on the right side of Welk out of shotgun. And Welk steps back at the 40. Might be trying to get a punt off, and they are. Going to be a quick punt. Nobody back to return for Wahpeton. Bounces at the 15, rolls down to the 5. They're going to try to roll this one all the way down to the 2. And Wahpeton, 98 yards, 2:58 left in the 4th quarter. Good play. See, and that's what we talked in the break about the coaching decision there to take a timeout with 18 seconds, and that's sometimes what you want to do. You want to see, hey, what's the defense going to look like? Are they going to come out in a punt return formation? Are they going to run the line of 4th and 1? I think Valley City made the right call there. Punt it down to the 2-yard line. Make your opponent try to go 98 yards. 2 receivers on either side Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Wahpeton on the near hash mark. Kubla out of his own end zone. Takes the shotgun snap. Throws it over to DeVries, who's blown up immediately. A pickup of maybe 5 yards, as he's out down to the 7-yard line. 2:45 left in the fourth quarter. 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6 from the 6-yard line. 2:34. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wahpeton on the near hash mark. 14-10 lead for Valley City. 2:25 left. Shotgun snap. Valley City blitzes. Throws deep. Steffens looks over his left shoulder. Can't come down with the ball as it passes too far ahead of him. And I think Steffens was thinking that ball was going to come off on the middle of the field. Kubla was putting that ball on the outside of the field, and that's the right place to put it as a quarterback. You want to put it in between the numbers on the sideline, make it as hard as possible for that defensive back to make a play on it. Steffens just turned on the right shoulder, or the wrong shoulder. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. 3rd and 6 from the 6. Clock stopped at 2:20. 10 on the play clock. DeVries motions from left to right. Takes a snap. Rolls to the right side. Blitzer coming. Kubla throws and out of bounds on the far sideline. Connor Soar blitzed off the near sideline, or the near side. Chased Kubla down. He could feel the pressure on his back. Could not complete a pass. Now Wahpeton with 2:14 left. You're in a real tough spot. A 4th and 6. Hunter McCall giving the calls from the sideline. Wahpeton going to go for it here and potentially go for the game. Wahpeton going for it. 2:14 left in the 4th. 4th and 6. They got to make it here. 2-step drop back, throw across the middle, and caught ball by DeVries, and that's going to move the chains. A 10-yard pickup by DeVries on the Kubla connection makes this a 1st and 10 from the 15. Clock stops at 2:08 as the chain gang moves. A little bit of confusion. Wahpeton moving receivers across the formation. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 20 on the play clock. Langewalter motions from left to right. Kubla, 15 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun snap. Looks left. Rolls to his left side. Plants his feet and steps out of bounds. Clock stops at 1:44. Bjorn Kubla running this offense, keeping everybody on their toes. A loss of 2 yards on the run. So 2nd and 12, clock stops at 1:44. Play clock at 25 seconds. Hunter McCall giving the signs from the near sideline. From the near hash mark, 2 receivers on either side. Traden Malk in the slot position. This is exactly the type of play that Wahpeton loves to run with Malk. He likes to run it in the seam. We'll see if a defender covers him. 2nd and 12, 1:44 left. DeVries motion from left to right. Heavy side on the right side. Low snap to Kubla. Blitzer comes, overthrows his receiver, and clock stops again, 1:40. Connor Soar again coming screaming off that right or the left side of the formation, coming right at Kubla like a heat-seeking missile. You can make him feel uncomfortable. Didn't like what he saw, overthrew his receiver. 3rd and 12 from the 13, 1:40 left. So Wahpeton again passing down, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. DeVries or Langewalter motioned out in the slot position. Shotgun snap. Kubla fakes the throw left, throws the screen pass, and overthrows Malk on the screen. Lucky that one didn't get picked off either into the group of Valley City defenders. So 4th down again coming up for Wahpeton. 14-10 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard to the Valley City Highliners. Wahpeton is still very much deep in their own territory. Huskies have 2 timeouts. Valley City has 2 timeouts. So with 1:35, yeah, it'd be close. You got to get the conversion here if you're Wahpeton. Could be the game. 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Takes a shotgun snap. Kubala looking deep, rolls to his right side, looking deep, throws it. Going to be close. And they say he was out of bounds on the far sideline. J.D. Gomez, I think, was the intended receiver there as it's pushed, or he's out of bounds on the reception. So Valley City takes over. 1st and 10 from the Husky 13, already in the Husky red zone, leading by 4 points. So Wahpeton has to keep Valley City out of the end zone, and potentially here you want to try to force a turnover. Heck goes into the V formation, going to take a knee here, and takes a knee. So Wahpeton going to have to burn their final 2 timeouts. Clock stops at 1:24 as Wahpeton comes to the sideline. We're going to keep the call right here. You're listening to the I3G Sports Network on KOVC in Valley City and KBMW 1450 in Wahpeton. Well, Kubala rolls to his right side on that 4th down conversion, and he's looking deep. The receivers did not do him much help. I'll say that. If you were watching on KBMW News Live, you can see in the secondary is looking in the backfield. They had plenty, or the secondary was looking at Kubala trying to see what he was doing. Wahpeton's receivers, they had the best seat in the best seat in the house as well. They're looking back at their quarterback too, looking at what is going on. As a receiver, you run your route, you got to keep running it. You got to keep trying to get open. Kubala had time in the pocket, rolls to his right side. He had time to throw. His receivers all stopped. And at that point, you're just trying to, what do you do as a quarterback? You're trying to find somebody open, trying to throw somebody open. Kubala knew, hey, if I throw an interception here, I do give Valley City the ball back deeper away from the end zone. But also, you got to think, 4th down conversion, a lot of these defensive backs have already proven to you they're not the greatest with the hands. So 2nd and 12 coming up for the Highliners. Going to kneel it out one more time. Wahpeton with 1 timeout left. And they take a sack, quote unquote, as Heck goes down. Well, what he was doing is he's trying to take as much time off the clock as possible. Gets under center, takes that 2-step drop back, tries to chew up some time. So Wahpeton takes another timeout with 1:20 left. So Valley City out of the red zone, or close to it at least, near the 19-yard line. 3rd and 17 coming up from the 19. And Wahpeton out of timeouts. So they're going to get 2 more snaps here. So let's see. That's 40 seconds apiece. That's 1:20 left. So that is going to be, I think that's it. Am I wrong here? We'll ask our producer, Big Mike, as he's nodding his head. I believe that the play clock is 40 seconds for as you reset it. So they're going to come out with 25 on the play clock and take a snap. 1:20 left in the 4th quarter. This is what you don't want to do as a broadcaster, do math in your head. So the quarterback gets back under center. Takes the snap, kneels it down. So 40 seconds on the play clock. Going to walk this one down. 15 left on the game clock. No timeouts left for Wahpeton. And I imagine they might. Does Valley City feel that confident about their defense that they give Wahpeton the ball back? I probably agree with you. Yeah, with like what, like 10, less than 10 seconds for Wahpeton, 50 seconds on the game clock, 13 on the play clock. So about a 35-second difference between the two. So yeah, they can kneel it out here. They kneel it down one last time, and that'll turn the ball over back to Wahpeton. What a play. That's honestly a smart play call by Valley City if this play pays off. So Valley City, they kneel the ball out 4 straight times. They walk it back about, what would you say, 7 yards? Starting at the 13, down to the 20. So 1st and 22 from the 1st and 10 from the Wahpeton 22-yard line. 34 seconds And Valley City, you feel let me rephrase that. If Wahpeton scores here, the play calls doesn't work. It's not a good play call. But if it does, you think kneeling it out, don't turn the ball over. Shotgun snap to Kubala. Looks right. Throws left. Throws it to Malk. Gets it. And going to break it. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Trayden Malk with 20 seconds left. An 82-yard touchdown pass. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh, my gosh, on homecoming night in Wahpeton. Oh, my gosh. What a play from Bjorn Kubala and Mr. Electric, Trayden Malk. What a play as the extra point team comes on. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that takes all the wind out of the sails of Valley City, who nails it out 4 times, decides not to try to run a play in the fourth quarter. That is a much-needed play. So Wahpeton comes on for the extra point. The extra point is no good. So a 2-point game. 16-14 with 19 seconds. We'll take a quick break and come back. We'll take a quick 1-minute break on the i3G Sports Network. Wahpeton leads 16-14, 19 seconds left.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Welcome back, Andrew Zimmel on the call after an 82-yard catch and run from Trayden Malk, Mr. Electric himself. And we were talking in the break, I don't think that there is a player in the state of North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, South Dakota, Montana, nowhere else in the country that matters at this level as much as Trayden Malk matters to his team. Breaks one tackle, gets it, and he kicks it away. Ball bounces near the 30. They jump on top of it. So now Valley City, they have a chance here to retake the lead, trailing by 2, 16-14 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And I'll tell you, there would be nothing more deflating here than a field goal to win it. After missing the extra point. Wahpeton, no timeouts. Valley City with 2 timeouts, 18 seconds. Wahpeton's defense, this is when you buckle your chin straps and tighten your shoelaces. You can't let anything get behind you if you're the secondary. So Wahpeton going to be playing prevent defense. Got to make sure that Valley City doesn't get any big yards. They're forced to throw. 18 seconds. Heck out of shotgun. 2 receivers to both sides. Throws it out into the flats. Out near the 35-yard line. Walks out of bounds. 5 seconds come off the clock. 13 seconds. Second and short coming up. 2nd and 2 from the 35. Second and 3, 13 seconds. From the far hash mark, 2 receivers to either side of the formation. Bryson Heck out of shotgun. Wahpeton going to only rush 3. Heck looks left, throws right, connects with a receiver, and going to be forced out of bounds. That's going to be Shore again. And 8 seconds left. 5 seconds tick off the clock. 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. 2 receivers on either side. Valley City with 2 timeouts. They're getting dangerously close here to getting over the Wahpeton side of the field. Wahpeton in prevent. Brings 3 again. Heck looks left. Forced up. Throws it deep. And overthrows his receiver with 1 second. Clock stops. There should be 1 second left on the clock. They say clock expires. Wahpeton wins. Wahpeton wins on homecoming. Wahpeton wins on homecoming after an 82-yard touchdown from Bjorn Kubala to Trade Malk to retake the lead to give the Huskies their second win of the season. Valley City drops to 4-2. Wahpeton moves on to 2-4. We'll take a quick break, come back with your postgame show in about 2 minutes. 2 minutes till the postgame show right here on the i3G Sports Network.
No one woke up this morning and thought,
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
When you take a summer road trip, the last thing you want is car problems. Bring your car in for a pit stop at Smith Motors in Wahpeton and take advantage of the huge rebate deals going on now. $20 rebates on batteries, $80 in rebates on brake pads and rotors, and $10 in rebates on cabin and engine air filters. Plus, you get 10% off on all AC labor. Located at 101 North 11th Street in Wahpeton or online at smithmotors.com.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
The 2023 harvest season is here, and Titan Machinery Wahpeton has you covered with the equipment and product support you need to help you be more productive during the entire harvest season. We are your local Case IH farm equipment experts, carrying a complete line of new and used equipment backed by our expert service and parts support team. Our goal is maximizing your productivity by providing you the best equipment solutions and after-sales support in the industry. Find out more by visiting our website at www.titanmachinery.com. That's Titan Machinery, your local Case IH dealer.
Welcome back to your post-game show. I'm Andrew Zimmel. Want to thank our listeners in Valley City. It's Ivy Real Estate Group, Player of the Game. And your Ivy Real Estate Player of the Game for Valley City, it has to be the quarterback. That was Bryson Heck, who did everything he could to keep his team moving in this one. He was able to get a 40-yard touchdown from Heck to Miller to give Valley City the lead. That was with 10:43 left in the fourth quarter to make this a 14-10 game. Now, granted, Wahpeton wins 16-14. That is your final score from Wahpeton, but Heck did everything he could, man. He gave it his all tonight. He is your player of the game. Our Ivy Real Estate player of the game is Bryson Heck. That is for our friends over in Valley City. I want to thank you guys for tuning in on the i3G Sports Network and on KOVC. Let's go through your stats. So Wahpeton wins the opening coin toss, takes the ball from the south end zone. Thanks to a Trade Malk fake punt, Wahpeton is able to keep possession of the ball, keep the momentum rolling. They get on the board with 8:49 left in the first quarter. A 28-yard touchdown from Bjorn Kubala to Jackson DeVries made this a 7-0 ball game. Then Wahpeton again with 3 seconds left in the first half off a Braden Steffens interception, taking it into the red zone. They kick a 22-yard field goal, going to halftime leading 10-0 in homecoming. And we talked about it during the halftime show. We said it is going to be a war of attrition. It is going to be whoever can show the most heart. Wahpeton with an electric crowd for homecoming with McCade Pickin, the homecoming king, on the offensive line. You knew he was going to give it his all. Wahpeton comes out in the second half, gives up a touchdown drive, a 70-yard touchdown drive on a 6-yard run from Bjorg. made it a 10-7 game after the extra point. Well, Wahpeton still in the lead, feeling okay. Not quite. Valley City able to drive down the field to start the fourth quarter. 10:43 left in the fourth. A touchdown pass from Heck to Miller. A 40-yard score made it 14-10, and Wahpeton, you thought it was over. They had chances after chances after chances to try to close out the Highliners. They never were able to do it, had multiple opportunities in the red zone, weren't able to get it done, forced multiple turnovers in this one, not able to get it done. So with 30 seconds left, you thought to yourself, there's no way Wahpeton is able to move the ball down the field. In fact, they got the ball back with 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Everybody in the press box, most of the people in the stands, thought this one was donezo. Not quite. You know who didn't think it was done? Mr. Electric, your Essential Health player of the game, Trayton Malk, who had another great game on the ground. He had a 70-yard run taken back due to a holding call, but he said, you know what, I'm going to make it back. A 70-yard run, I'll top it. 78-yard touchdown reception, a catch and run. He was able to make one defender miss, and I think the difference between Malk and every other runner in the state of North Dakota is his deceptive speed. And I'm not just talking about the fact that he's not one of the guys who looks like he would run the 100-yard dash. This is a dude that between the 20s can have breakneck speed. We call him Mr. Electric because he makes these electric plays. We could call him Mr. Ferrari because he goes 0 to 100 like that. I'll tell you, he was able to break off a great 78-yard run. Kubala, Malk, touchdown. Wahpeton retakes the lead with 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Then, Valley City, 19 seconds from their own 30, driving down the field. They have a one-shot, and look, to end the game there, Heck, he's looking deep. He thinks to himself, I have 8 seconds, 10 seconds left. I'm going to try to make a Hail Mary type throw. He overthrows his receivers, and that is it. Now, I will say, as the press box is emptied, and I have my Wahpeton socks off, I'll say this. I thought that ball hit the ground with 1 second. I thought Valley City should have one more shot to take a shot at the end zone there. However, the play is what it is. Sometimes you got to chalk it up to the game. Wahpeton moves on. They go 2-4 on the season. They have a big game next week against Grand Forks Central. Fargo South comes to town, and then they take that 4.5-hour trip to Turtle Mountain, potentially, and me and my producer, Big Mike, have talked about this, potentially a playoff win-and-you're-in situation. If that is the case, we might be making a 4.5-hour drive to Turtle Mountain. But Wahpeton can dispel all of this if they win next week. If they go to Valley City, if they go to Grand Forks Central next week and get a win at Cushman Field, they will dispel any of this. For Valley City, 4-2 on the season, they're getting closer and closer to punching their playoff ticket. This is not a team to take lightly across the state of North Dakota. I'm excited to see what the rest of their season looks like. They go to Jamestown next week. And that's not going to be a pretty game either. So we'll see what they do. Thank you guys for listening on the I3G Sports Network. For myself, Andrew Zimmel, for our producer, Big Mike, and for our friends over at Valley City, Jerry, I want to thank you guys for listening one more time from Wahpeton. Wahpeton 16, Valley City 14 on homecoming night. Have a pleasant rest of your weekend.
Tonight's Wahpeton football broadcast was brought to you by Action Realty, Builder's First Source, Carlson Family Insurance, CHI St. Francis, Essentia Health, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Pike Camp Construction, Hornstein Family Chiropractic, Miller Realty, Minn Kota Ag Products, Otter Tail Power Company, Quality Toyota, Smith Motors, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Titan Machinery, Twin Town Villa, Vision Ford, and the Wilkin Drink and Eatery. Be sure to go to kbmwnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts and video streams. Thanks for listening.